Yeah. Listen that, roll it up, that shit. Diamonds in the back with the back, keep it real like that. Listen that, roll it up, that shit. Diamonds in the back with the back, keep it real like that. Yup, mic on, ashtray by the laptop. Big talk, tiny room, but the facts pop. He don't fall when the stats drop. If the truth heavy, then it land with the glass knock sharp mine. Tip drawn like an arrow, cut it through the spin, never narrow. Every story that he like got marrow. His deep, but he say it all casual. Yeah. Isn't that, smoking with dimes, we talk facts, keep it 100, that's that. Never backing down, stand fast, on point like an arrow, that's dimes. Every ball heavy, sharp lines. Isn't that where the real shines? Isn't that where the real shines? Late night, conversation in the smoke ring. Hard truth, make a broke man grow wings. That's why, to the whole thing cave in. If it sound fake, watch him go and erase it. Cold clear, what he say, he stand on, same tone. All fair, the can go on every question that he ain't got a backbone. Whole squad nodding like a chant, that's an anthem. Whoa. This and that. Whoa. This and that. Name on the sign, dimes on the line. You can feel every word, every syllable. Grind from the first small spark to the last out breath. He gon' ride with the real every night, every second. Yeah. This and that, where the real shine. This and that.
Ladies and fucking gentlemen, welcome back to another motherfucking episode of that This and That podcast. We have a very special guest here tonight. You know why? Because we promoted it and we spoke about it for weeks and weeks, and now it's finally time. Ladies and gentlemen, This and That podcast guest tonight, Mr. INKSLINGER, the killer clown himself. I'm your boy, Mr. Dimebag Dan, a.k.a. Mr. 357, the Python himself. And I'm also in the building with my co-host tonight, Mr. A. Jizzle, CEO, GW. And I have a very other special co-host, which he has a special introduction, and here it is. This man is the go-getter, the no one better, make your girl wetter, wrapped around your mom like a Christmas sweater, record setter, Mr. 72. Ladies and gentlemen, the Madman Strange, Mr. Scumbag King, the Mad King is in the building tonight. But this is a very special guest, and our guest tonight is himself, the one and only, the INKSLINGER. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for INKSLINGER right quick.
What up?
What's poppin', boy?
Shit, fucking chilling.
You chilling. Welcome to the This and That podcast, baby. Everything global here. You know what I'm saying? Waiting on the people to pull up. They pull up when y'all can. Y'all know what time it is. Share the stream. Tell a friend to tell a fucking friend, because we are live. We are Liddy 2 fucking titty, baby.
Tell your mammy and your bald-headed granny.
You know? Shit. Yeah, we got A Dot and we got Mr. Mad King in the building as well. Already, you saw that little introduction. What do you think of that little introduction I gave Mad King right there?
I liked it. I thought it was dope.
That shit was trash.
Too much. Too much.
I mean, I feel like it might have been a little too much. But I don't feel like half of those things are true. But
I kind of agree.
Gotta love it, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you understand tonight's show is sponsored to you by Fuck Cancer. Tonight's show is also brought to you by Corona Extra. Championship beers, baby. Fuck that Budweiser shit. Saw that American shit. Fuck ice. Nah, I'm a Trump guy, so I don't know. We're not talking politics. Don't at me. Anyway, waiting on people. Share the stream if you in the chat. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. We got a very special show here tonight. We're gonna talk to the man himself, the INKSLINGER, baby. Your fucking you're a very incredible creator. You're a different kind of creator. Like you made a killer clown character, but he's not like every other killer clown we've ever seen. And so it's kind of like different. And we're gonna speak on that too. You know what I'm saying? And how that motivated and how that started. We're just waiting on
All right.
the people to share this shit. I'm waiting on Matt King and A Dot to put back up the building. They're in the studio here tonight.
I'm here, buddy. I'm right here. I'm chilling. I'm listening.
Oh, there
ready
you
to get
go.
into
There
venting,
you go.
man.
There you go. Shout out to you,
Yeah,
bro. Fire show earlier tonight.
it was light. It was light.
Shit. Shout out to the
Yo,
Hitman
Captain.
Gaming 762 in the building. Nigga, spin the block on him. Spin a block
Facts.
on him.
What up, Hitman?
Hitman in the building. What's popping? Shout out to
That's a
OG
nice thing. I'm gonna
Fresh.
say about Hitman all
See
night.
you.
Watch.
OG Fresh to death. And that's Def like Def Jam. Anyway, we're in the building. We're live. So make sure y'all share the stream. Hitman, OG, all y'all niggas, man. Shout out to New York Knicks. Shout out to Johnny the Bandit. I see you out there, my boy. I see you. I know you. Let's get it popping. Ladies and gentlemen, the INKSLINGER. So, welcome. Hope everything's good with you. I hope everything is like straight outside of this. You know what I'm saying? I know you're a busy man outside of this and shit. So appreciate you for taking the time and pulling up to the studio today.
I mean, anytime for DVD, bro.
Hell yeah. Get my headphones. Hell yeah, boy. I don't like saying boy because I feel like that's racist. How do you feel about that?
I mean, it's only racist if you take it that way. That's my outlook on race, on racism. It's only racist if you take it that way.
Where are you from before we get started? Where are you from? Can tell the people, everybody, who you are and where you're from. I already introduced you as INKSLINGER, so everybody knows who you are. But tell them where you're from and where you fighting from.
I mean, it's your boy INKSLINGER. I come straight from the pits of hell. Like, our character, though, like, I really, really come from Arkansas, and that's the closest thing you can get.
Arkansas.
And I had to get out of there. I had to get the fuck out of there, bro. Like, hella quick. So,
Where do you resign now? Where you lay your head at now, like momentarily at this very moment?
kind of just everywhere. On the road all the time. So, like, just really wherever the road takes me.
I like that. Good answer. Shout out to the New York Yankees. Shout out to the New York Knicks. New York is on fire this year, ladies and gentlemen. I'm from New York. Obviously, you know that. You could tell by my accent, which I don't have one, but you do. But anyway, you already know. He's from Arkansas, out of character. His character's from the darkest pits of hell. Out of character, the man behind this character is from Arkansas.
So does that mean the Wizard of Oz had influence on you?
Arkansas, not
I don't mean
Kansas.
to out of there. It showed me that I had to get that's for sure.
I can see some Turkey in there.
How's the chicks over there in Arkansas?
Shit.
They're like they shit.
Gotta love it, man. Good job.
They're either crazy and can't communicate, or they don't know how to shut the fuck up. Like,
oh, but that's everywhere. So I mean, it's the. I think I dealt with New York women so long that I think it's time for an Arkansas female. Arkansas. I call it Arkansas because I'm from New York.
if you value your own mental health, don't do it.
Nah, yeah, I hear you. Mental health is very important, ladies and gentlemen. So we do preach that, like, out of character. Take care of yourself, like, for real, and like physically and mentally, because life ain't no joke, man. And the older you get, you realize that shit ain't the way it used to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because a lot of y'all niggas like still live at home with your moms and your moms and your pops, that's cool and all. But if you're a grown man, there's gonna be a time where you're not gonna have them around, and you're on your own, bud. or lady if you're a female. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, share the stream. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I see you, Kill Switch. Kill Switch. I see you, boy. Liam in the building. Mr. Michael Russell himself, the most popular man in EFED right now.
Oh,
This man's
Liam
everywhere,
here?
all over the place. That nigga Michael Russell. He's from fucking Europe. No, he's from
Never
Scotland.
Never
From the
He's still
UK.
Europe.
Liam.
He's still Europe. He's from over
I'll
there.
never-
He's from the overseas.
From the
Liam
other end of
forever.
the pot.
You know who that man is? Like, you heard about him? We're gonna have
Who?
Michael Russell one day in the This and That podcast. Exactly. That's a good one. I like that. Keep that energy. Shout out to TXT owner Briggs 10. Shout out to Damian Briggs in the building. Mr. TXT. Yeah, so let's get it popping. Ladies and gentlemen, no more games. This is official. Let's go. So, INKSLINGER, can you take us back to the moment you realized that you wanted to be a professional motherfucking wrestler and an ass kicker the way you are right now?
I mean, man, like, if I'm honest, I probably like 12, 13.
What game was it that you started in? What was the first INKSLINGER made? Or was it INKSLINGER your character when you first started? Or
His name wasn't INKSLINGER. I don't remember. I couldn't tell you what his name actually was. But like INKSLINGER, the name came as I got older. Like I was an adult before that name really became a thing.
okay, elaborate on that.
But
Like,
I
what,
say,
what game?
like,
where did you first start? Like, where did you realize that this is what I'm gonna do?
I started creating characters for SmackDown.
Ooh,
The very first SmackDown game that was ever made.
the
That's
great
when I started
PlayStation.
making. Yeah, on the great PlayStation. That was when I started making characters, and then like I had made him. I had made the same character like through all of those different like SmackDown games, and then about the time that they started doing like the SmackDown versus Raw games, I was grown, so like I was out doing other shit, you know. So I took a big hiatus until 2K picked him back up. And 2K picked him up from THQ.
Yep. THQ was the like top notch creators when they came out with like SmackDown was after, but
The whole time I had been a wrestling fan, they had made the game.
yeah, because I remember like when I first started, I started it technically in WrestleMania 2000. Like me, A-Dot.
Okay, you got me. If I think about it, you right. I probably started doing the same there too.
Yeah, that's when we started because like at WrestleMania 2000, the thing was you couldn't create your own character yet in 2000 WrestleMania 2000. You had to use like whoever was there. You would just rebuild on top of him. You know what I mean? So
most people just reset like Triple H.
Mm-hmm. Triple H was on the intro and the credits a lot. So I used DBD as a thing, and then I use Rob Van Dam when No Mercy because of the gesture, the Rob. Oh yeah, damn. So I use that DBD. I should do that now and for my belt thing. You know, so it's like little things like that, but like I wanted to be a wrestler so bad. Like back then, like you know what I'm saying? Like I remember we used to like fiend when during school, like when we were in school and shit, junior high school, whatever, we used to fucking make bullshit contracts and fight in Purple Park.
Even well into my like junior high years, I was still playing with my action figures and making my own wrestling cards.
Yeah, me too. Every time I used to play with my action figures and like wrestling, and I did the commentating like with my wrestlers, I always did the Vince McMahon voice. Like, oh my God.
I always did the JR stuff.
The JR, yeah. Always JR and Vince. But Vince was the original one that used to switch up like that. Then JR took over, and JR was a WCW guy. JR was a country nigga. You know what I'm saying? They
I
call
mean, you gotta think I'm from the
it's
South. Like
just
that really like resonated with me. Like,
100%. You one of those country motherfuckers. I can hear
hey,
it in your accent. You got a strong ass fucking accent.
I mean, you got a strong ass one too.
I don't know about that, but I don't know what you
I
hear.
mean,
Maybe I
dude,
say certain things like y'all talk different. Y'all don't talk. Y'all talk, right?
I mean that's fair. That's fair.
You know,
I
you got
talk.
I talk.
Does any of your co-hosts have any questions?
Yeah, not bad. Well, so WrestleMania
Well, if I
2000
get
was for me. You said SmackDown was for him. So yeah, rebound off that if y'all want to rebound off it or
How did you come up with the name Inkslinger?
when I okay, so growing up, I was always like drawing, doodling, and shit like that. Like I used to get in trouble in school doing that shit. That's how much I did it. And so like uh as I got older, I got into like side hustling and shit and started tattooing. And I was like, you know what, this is something I want to like actually do. And
that's
when I
dope.
started doing it as a profession, I was like, I need some kind of like I know I didn't need it, but I felt like I needed some kind of like gimmick. So like I just kind of took like the wrestling knowledge I had and applied it to the tattooing that I knew, and was like, okay, let's see what I can do here. And then the name just kind of popped up one day and just kind of stuck.
Yeah, I like that. So you do tattoos
Right.
like in like your side hustle. That's like what you do
Like by
outside,
by
like outside of.
by trade, I'm a tattoo artist.
Okay.
Right now, I'm
What
just
kind
trying
of tattoos you do? I got a lot of tattoos myself. What do you do? Flash, realism? What do you do?
kind of just whatever you really kind of really whatever you need. The only thing I really don't fuck with and don't do is portraits. But it's not that I don't like. It's not that I don't fuck with them. I just don't know how to do them well, so I don't do them.
Yeah, portraits is a lot. The shading makes the picture. I know a lot of artists that won't do it
Right,
because
and like with it being like something that leans heavily on shading, you know, I'd rather play into my strengths than fucking try to play into my weaknesses because like I got people I can fuck with that'll let me
That's the real.
do fake
That's the real answer right there.
on them all day
That's a
long.
real professional answer right there. I like that.
You know
Yeah,
what I
keep on.
mean? So like, if I did a shitty portrait on somebody, at least it's somebody I fuck with that I know will let me fix it or cover it. So
Yep.
I just normally play into what I know, and that's mainly like a lot of like cartoons and comic books and like flash art.
okay, very nice.
Hey Doc.
What's up? What you want to know? What you want to know?
I think we
Want to
want to know if you have
rebound?
to say.
What's that about
Tattoo?
off that? No, nigga, you want to rebound off of how he got his name or how he first started?
Nah,
You
I'm
acting like
basically
white
started. I
people
mean,
ran
back
into
in
this
the
shit.
day,
What's wrong with this
like
man?
us and shit. So I'm same thing. WrestleMania 2000. That's but action figures. He summed it up, man. That's where a lot of us started. That's where we all came from. Wrestling in the fucking parks, the streets, even
Not
in the
not all
schools
of
and shit.
us.
Well,
It's an
the
age difference.
majority of
It's an
us, the
age.
majority.
There's an age difference. So rebounding off that first question, so when you first started, right? So let's make it more hypothetical. So when did you start your EFED career? Like
Started
when
my
did you realize like because now you're interacting with all like us, like people like me, A Dot, Matt King, et cetera,
I started
like
my
you know.
career. I started my EFED career in 2022. I had just got the new version of WWE, and I was like, you know what? I haven't played in so long, so like let me fuck around with shit and let me play with shit and see what I can make. So I ended up making what was the original Ink Slinger for the EFED world. and he was more of like a butcher, is what his like own moniker was. So like, and then I just kind of like slowly started like playing with shit, playing with different options and like different things I could get off CC, and I just kind of like started it that way. And when I made that, I was like, what's the point of doing this if I'm just gonna fucking play with him online and like that's all I'm gonna do? So I was like, they have fantasy football leagues. Like, who's to say they don't have like fantasy leagues for wrestling? So like, I started looking it up on YouTube and like, or not YouTube, but like I started looking up like on Facebook,
Yeah.
and I found one, and it's one that has not done well for itself within the eFake community. I really don't want to drop names or like because like
Come on, drop it.
I want to know. I want to know.
I
Okay.
gotta drop.
All right. Now I just want to stress this since I'm not putting out names to give anybody no kind of like credit or no kind of like free promotion out of them. But I found KCW.
Oh, I knew it.
Oh,
You don't have to say no more. You
Like,
already
that's how I
said
got.
enough
That's how I
with
got
that.
linked up with Vega. That's how I met Vega was through
Yeah.
KCW.
Yep.
And
I
like
heard
I had
that they
just
stood for Killer Cuck World.
So so wait, hold up. Before you, so you knew Storm, Alpha,
yeah, I knew
UK?
Alpha. I knew Alpha. I knew Vega, and then I knew Jackson. I met Jackson through the league. I met
Jackson's a solid nigga. Shout out to Jackson. I see you.
like basically all of Blood Island and Todd the Villain. I met all in KCW.
Yeah. The thing with real just to end that those three letters topic thing. The thing with that is dumb motherfuckers. They were at first. I gave them a benefit of the doubt. This is why a lot of the people got angry with me in my community because I gave that motherfucker a benefit of the doubt, like the owner, thinking
Right.
that maybe he changed compared to what he did to Vega and what he did to my boy Storm. Rest in peace. So I figured, you know what I mean? Like maybe he's like different now. Then he goes and he switches and he takes our name for something that we're doing and he names his shit like one of his shows something that has to do with our name.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
he's-
say because
He's known to
So-
thieve shit.
yeah. So I was like, you know what? I can't. And I almost lost my friendship with A-Dot, my nigga. This is my brother. A-Dot's my brother, because I know this man from like this like real life. Like I know him in person. Like I hung out with him. We grew up together, all that shit. I worked with his sister. Like, nigga, I've been all the like we've been in each other's homes, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like literally. You know what I mean? And I almost lost a friendship with him over a fucking game because of these cornballs over there, you know what I'm saying, or some shit, you know what I mean? And if we even had something else to happen with another company that we're not even gonna mention them, and they even shit it, and we was like, yo, come on, like, you know what I'm saying, over a game, this is crazy. But yeah, go ahead.
See, like with me, like everything was cool over there with me. Like I didn't have no issues. Like when I got to KCW, Vega was world champ. And I like started like I had barely like I had like say like probably 24 to 48 hours just started talking to Vega and like getting to know Vega, and then he drops a pipe bomb and I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah,
So
that was
he
fine, you know.
leaves.
I heard
He
they
leaves.
erased that shit too, like immediately.
Say what?
I heard they erased it as soon as he dropped that, but he went and
He
he dropped
ra-
it on all the Facebook groups.
He dropped it and like they tried to erase it quick, but like by the time they got to erasing it, like 90% of the roster had already saw it.
Yeah, and not even that, but he kept on posting it on like other Facebook
There's
pages.
a,
Right.
there's a,
Right.
yeah,
So
more.
like I had hit him up on the sidebar and was like, hey bro, like what the fuck's going on? And he was like, you ain't see how they did me like over there? And I was like, nah, like tell me what happened. And he told me and I was like, hold on. So I went back and checked the VOD and seen it. And I was like, at some point I was like, okay, maybe, but at the time I was like, I can see where he gets it. So like I just left it alone, and Vega left, and I think that's when he got linked up with ADOT.
Nah, he was already linked up with me. He was going like back and forth, whatever, at the time, and then he just hit
And
me up from
so
nowhere one
I
day. And he
discovered
said, "Yo,
I discovered the majority of the talent that left over there. Like, you know what I mean? Well, it was mainly him. And I
that's
discovered
what I was about to
like
get to. That's
he
what I was
brought
about to
people
get
with
to.
him and shit, you know? Yeah.
Like one
Speaking
night, one day I was like, hell yeah, like for KCW's tonight, like I get off work early, I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna get the kids situated just in time for fucking KCW to come on, and I'm gonna get to watch that and fucking like write my promos and whatever. And then like 2 hours before the show started, he had posted like, hey, my whole admin team had left me, so like you gonna have to bear with me. And I was like, hold the fuck on, what the fuck's going on? And at the time, his admin team was Jackson, Tony, and uh Tessio. And from what I understand, he had told them like, this is how the next week's gonna go, like, and they had objections, and he was like, nah, like this isn't how it works. Like you work for me, so you do what I say. Because the only thing he actually produced was a pay per view. Like everybody else produced the show during the week, and he produced the pay per view. But then he told them like, hey, this is how the whole week's gonna go. Y'all are gonna play it the way I want it. And he was like, and they were like, nah, like that's not how this works. And he was like, nah, y'all work for me. So then, like, when he had posted that his admin team had left, I had hit up Tony because Tony was his like Wednesday show, and Jackson was his HR person. So he did like all the recruiting and shit. And then like when I hit them up, I was like, hey, what happened? Like, why'd y'all leave? They had put me on to what happened. And then I was like, well, okay, well, if y'all get somewhere, let me know. And they was like, we're already working on it. Here's the link. So, like, I immediately joined their group and immediately left KCW, and I haven't been back there since.
Fuck that.
So to get off the topic of Killer
Yeah,
Cup World or KCW, whatever the fuck you want to call it, let's.
I like that.
How did you come to be part of GEW? Tell us that story.
To be fair, like I became part of GEW through DVD. Like DVD had joined ULW, and then like he ran, and at the time I didn't know he had ran a show. So when I saw him run Fight Club, I was like, "What I got to do to be part of this?"
Right.
And he was like, "Here's the link."
Yeah, it's funny you say that. I have a very similar story. I came from a shit EPUB. DVD found me. There's a lot of motherfuckers in here that are DVD guys. He is truly the Paul Heyman of
the world. I gotta say, if I was gonna give recruiting credits to anybody in GW, it probably would have to be DVD.
100%. So great promoter. Gotta get back on his shit, you know.
Yeah, he like if I ran a college and needed somebody to recruit basketball players or football players, it would be DVD.
Yeah,
100%. 100%. I remember one time, and this is like related to the topic, but like off a little bit of the topic. But I remember one time when GW was like starting, right? I went crazy promoting for the first time, like promoting like come watch GW, bam, 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 on every single thing I can think of on Facebook, bro. Literally, I got banned for like fucking like 3 days. Damn. I swear to God. And that when I did that, A-Dot was streaming on YouTube at this time. Bro, this man I remember E-Feds or anything that he was streaming on YouTube, like people like us, we had the max views that we probably had was like 23, right? This man, because of the promotion that I was doing, this man got like 1,000, like 1,200 views for a show that he did, like a PLE kind of shit. Bro, this man had people watching that don't even do this shit, bro. they were watching. They were like, "Oh, I like this. This is pretty cool." And like they would join in like the chats, like what we were doing and shit. Like, bro, I swear to God, bro.
Yeah, it was crazy, bro, on YouTube. It was.
And I was like, like so now that you say that, like it's basically like I've heard this before, and it's not like I'm like bigging myself up or I think that I'm better than whatever, but like honestly, that was the goal. The goal was to like be that person, to be the promoter, because that's why I always say, like when I'm in character, I'm always like, oh, I'm the face of this company. I am this company because of that, because everybody is here because they want to see me. You know what I'm saying? Like basically, so it's like I feel when I'm in character, like if I trash talk you or I drop a promo towards you and you do the same thing back and forth until we have our match, I'm basically already made you the like a big time name in the company, because basically I brought you here. You wanted, because of the shit I talk, you want to kick my ass already. You know what I'm saying? So that just makes the match even better. Get what I'm saying? So now if you beat me and I'm talking all this other shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm the face of this company, this and that. Now, what does that make you? So now you're like kind of like everybody's looking at you like, well, this guy INKSLINGER kicked the shit out of you. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever, So it's like basically it's like I'm doing my job as putting you over, and 2K is helping out.
You're good at putting people over. I will give you that.
100%, man. I like this is like the thing is too, like I know that people steal ideas, like from eBay. I always try to tell A Dot, I always try to tell like Hitman and Briggs, and like they're gonna steal. Everybody's gonna steal your shit, bro. Like no matter what. Either they tell you or they don't, and you just find out by you just randomly seeing it, and you already know that like, oh, look at this fucking idiot stealing my shit, right? So this is the thing about it. When they're stealing thing, the thing is, you can steal, fine, go ahead and steal it. But if you're stealing it and you're gonna make it like a priority and use it, like if it's your shit, at least go and give me my credit. Go on your stream and be like, yo, shout out to A Dot for showing me that he did this. I've seen it on his show before. You know what I'm saying?
Like, give me
shout out to Hitman. That's all I want as me, as the DBD character. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't spit out ideas on podcasts. I don't spit out ideas on my fucking stream on my shows. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
here's my thing. I don't like people stealing shit because, like, even when people tell me, like, hey, bro, like, I'm going to steal your shit, like, I'm like, all right, like, I can respect you a little bit more for it, but, like, I can't really fuck with you after that.
Yeah,
like,
still for the way. I get it. But I respect you. I respect you more if you tell me, yeah, I'm going to take that,
See, like, there's somebody else that was in this group that isn't here anymore. For reasons I don't know, nor do I give a shit. But, like, I had showed him, because before the INKSLINGER that is here now, I had found, like, and most people probably seen it by now. It's like a Temu ad, but it's like a cyberpunk Joker mask.
Yeah. Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I seen that one day and I was like, that shit's fucking dope. Like I gotta steal that. So like I started looking up images, found the images I needed for it, and I took it, right? And I was using that as the INKSLINGER face. And it was dope. I thought it was dope. And then somebody, like I said, somebody that was in this group that's not in the group anymore was like, hey bro, like I like your gimmick. Like blah blah blah. And I was like, oh, appreciate you. Like, and I had fucked with him for a little while, so I didn't think nothing of it. And then he was like, you care if I use it? And I was like in what sense? But yeah, like I don't care if you use my call, that's fine. He never used my call. He literally downloaded my character to take the image off of it and put it on his own character.
I remember.
And that's when I started. Say what?
I remember that. Yep.
And so, and like he had even told me, like, hey, like I'm gonna like alter it a little bit because you got this way, so I'm gonna do it like this. I was like, all right, that's fine, whatever. As long as you try to make it like separate from me, I don't really care. But then like I watched his stream while he was using this gimmick, and like not one credit was given, Not a hey, I stole your shit. You can fucking suck it. Nothing. And I was like, all right, whatever. Like I can't fuck with you then. And then like I joined this group.
It's
Then
all
I
love
joined this.
because it's different, you know.
I try to give credit where credit's due for everybody. I don't ever take
Like, see, like I don't like if I would have just gotten even if I would have gotten like a kiss my ass, I'd have been cool with that. You know what I mean? Because then at least everybody else that's seen his gimmick would have known, like, hey, he seen it on work on somebody else, and he borrowed it. Then I could have been cool with it.
Mm-hmm. Very true.
But like, I just couldn't. But then it's also why I started like altering the image a little bit. I was like, let's use this as the base, and let's see what I can use like through AI, and let's see what I can make up. And then like after like probably 2 or 3 dozen fucking AI fucking gens later is what I got now.
Crazy.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Like your gimmick, like your whole style, your persona shit fits amazingly perfect inside the Demons Funhouse. Because the Demons Funhouse, his whole company is based on like people that look like you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the shit that he's into. You know what I mean? He runs his whole EFET is based on that. Like, we all are alter egos in that. Like, whoever we are as a dark person, we're that in his EFET. So like, if I'm DBD, the trash talker, scumbag piece of shit, whatever, over there in Demon's Funhouse, I'm just the Reaper. Like that's how you're gonna see me over there. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna see me as the scumbag over there. You're gonna see me over there.
I tried doing that. Like I tried doing that like alter ego stuff, and it just wasn't like it like when I did the alter ego thing, it just kind of felt forced.
Yeah. That's why sometimes I don't want to like. That's why A-Dot always like. That's why shout out to A-Dot, man, because like he's a genius when it comes to like the storyline shit. Because he sees it. Because he'd be like, "Yo, like when I was trying to bring the Reaper in before, and like it felt pushed, and he was like, don't bring it out right now. Like, give it some time. We'll set it up.
Like, those kind of things have to happen organically.
Exactly.
Two things real quick. Back up to the stealing thing. When it comes to stealing, that's fucking dirtbag snake shit. There's a way to grab things respectably. My move on Mad King is called the Scum Dropper. It's not a direct rip-off of DVD. It's a homage. I went to DVD before I'd even produced that name to anybody. I said, I showed the image I had. I said, it's not a rip-off of you. It's kind of paying homage, but it's also a shot during the storyline. How do you feel about this? He gave me the go-ahead. So that's when I
was like, I love it. Yeah. I was like, I love it.
If you look at the pulverizer and then you look at the dime dropper, it's the same ending of the move. You know what I mean? So that's when
two trash moves by two trash wrestlers. Exactly.
The creator I'm talking about did come to me like on a sidebar note and was like, "Hey, bro, this is what's up." And I was like, "All right," and I agreed to let him use it. Like, I'm not gonna say he just like straight out stole from me in the sense of like he didn't like hit me up, because he hit me up. I gave him okay, but at the same time, like I didn't realize how close to my character he was gonna become.
Exactly, and that's that snake stealing shit right there.
And that's where I got to. I was like, okay, I got to change this up. I gotta like, if he's not gonna separate himself from what I do, I have to separate myself as far away as possible.
Yeah. So, and with the alter ego thing, if you look at like DVD said, Demon Funhouse, he's the Reaper. If you look at Mad King and Demon Funhouse, he's Mr. DHF. Complete different fucking character. He doesn't talk. So if you give yourself that alter ego, go completely different. You know what I mean? If you're a psycho sick clown, maybe you're a pocket protector pencil wearing geek over there. You know what I mean?
Right. We'll see. Like I tried that, and it just didn't. Like I said, it didn't feel right.
Right.
like every time I've like humanized my character, it just feels wrong.
Yeah.
Because then my promos suffer, my overall creativity for the character kind of like lacks because I'm not having to think like, okay, like how would this character act if he was like this? Because like Inkslinger's not always just been a clown. He's been a clown. He's been a regular motherfucker. He's been a butcher. He's been a fucking devil. Like
Been around the block.
there's
You've tried different things. Can you hear
Stealing.
me?
Yep.
I can hear
Go
you now.
ahead.
Like, you said that.
I said basically you've been around the block. You've been exploring, trying new things for Inkslinger.
Right. And like the only reason why, like to be fair, the only reason why I'm running a clown now is because Jay Brown had hit me up and was like, "Hey man, like this is the character I used to really fuck with when you did it. Like when you ran this character, like I liked this one better. He fought better, he acted better, like your promos were better." And I was like, okay, well, like I'll think about it. And like I took some time in between the last game and this game to think about like how, like what character I was going to portray. And that's where the clown that everybody knows now comes from.
So not to steal a line from a 49%er here, but the plant the seed ain't the same day you eat the fruit thing.
That's right.
What
Right.
think about, like that's something to think about. What does Inkslinger, and this is going forward down the road, something I like to try to plan my shit out in advance. When you see me in the story of one, I'm already thinking about the next step, what goes forward. And
Right.
that's what I think everybody should do. If you want some type of longevity or you want to have fun, you want a storytelling, think about your next steps. So maybe you should think about what does Inkslinger look like if someday he loses a match to where they strip him of his clown gimmick. You know what I mean? Think about that. Give yourself the time. Give yourself the span. You got people in this group you could bring those ideas to and be like, "Yo, what do you think about this?" And they'll be like, "It's trash," or "Yeah, it's fucking fire." And you've also got.
See,
I don't think Ada will never tell you it's trash. He'll just tell you like, it doesn't make sense or something. Well, Ada's here. Well, he can tell you himself.
Yeah, I normally get like compared to like a Bray Wyatt more than like an Undertaker or something like that. So like I've thought about doing like how he had like the Fiend and then he had the Firefly Funhouse, Bray Wyatt. I thought about like stuff like that, but then like the more I try to flesh it out, the more I'm like, this just doesn't work.
No, why don't you go evil Doink the Clown? You could be evil and have.
It's crazy.
I've done that one. I've done that one, and like it works, but it doesn't have longevity in the sense of like how you would think it would.
All right.
It might need some help in the background. That's all.
Yeah. Yep.
Not a bad idea, but he is going through some shit right now. As you know, he's fighting Todd at the pay-per-view for his mask.
Yeah.
So,
Shout out to Todd the Villain
for the Bold Skull title and the mask.
What do you get if he wins? I mean, if you lose.
He gets the title.
If you win.
If I win, I get the title. But if Todd wins, he gets my mask. And Todd gonna have to get shit in blood because fuck that pigeon.
We got the bird food on deck. John
I'll tell you this much.
Shout out to Mr. Wigginton, the real American badass. Let me rephrase that.
HPCW. What's up, baby?
Shout to
as somebody that's
HPCW.
lost a mask in the past, start thinking about your next steps.
I agree.
Because it is a reality. It can happen. If you don't have anything ready.
The next step, if I lose this match, the next step is already in place.
Yes.
Good, man.
We're already down that road, boy.
Like I'm already like 90% down that road if it goes there.
Okay, good.
firework, man. Firework. It's good shit.
I like
It's
that.
creativity right there, man. That's why we say, like, if I'm always big on that. You know, you're in your matches,
Like,
you're on the winning
like
streaks.
I was working on that before the storyline ever got brought up.
Correct. Yep. Very true. That is very true. But
And
it's
see,
great. It's great to have. So
This is what I try to tell people all the time. Like, I'm big on a good loss can give you a great fucking story. Like, if you know how to play the loss and where to put it, it can
Yes.
literally lead right into your next step. And a lot of people are like, "Oh, I don't want to take the loss." Fuck that, dude. The loss is what gives you that extra fucking bounce back.
yeah.
Absolutely,
fucking loss.
and it's
Yeah.
good. And it's good you say that. It is good that you
Well,
say that. I'm not better cut y'all off. It's good that you say that because every time I lose like a big match, or like if I lose a match that leads into like there's part of a storyline, I always use like a storyline answer to like defend the consequences. So if I lose, for example, I'll be like, oh, I got attacked in the back before I came out, so I wasn't 100%. Get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not
Really
bitching
bad,
over the loss, but I'm connecting it to the story. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm connected to the story, but like, oh, the referee was working for Mad King, so I lost to Mad King because the referee counted faster for him than he did for me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
shit like that, where it still connects to the story, and I'm not stepping out of character, and I'm not being like a bitch like everybody who like certain people, because there's people out there that they can't take losses. So
Hell yeah.
I know how to take a loss. Like, I'm good
Yeah.
with taking a loss. Get what I'm saying?
Yep.
As long as it's a legit loss from like 2K and it ain't like no fuckery shit that you did like as an owner, I'm good with it, bro. Because this is what we do.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a game, but
Now,
I will
see,
connect it to a story. So like, I'm not like as a promo. My next promo will be like, oh, you only got that win because such and such, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's
Now let me
basically what I'm saying.
let me break it down like this for you. This is what I was saying. You're reading a chapter of a book for so long. Sooner or later, you got to flip to the next chapter of that book. That loss
Facts.
can allow you to turn into that next chapter of the book. You don't
Facts.
always have to win and keep going with that fucking chapter. You could turn the page. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's more
100%.
exciting to turn the page than stay in that same fucking chapter.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So
100%.
them losses can be a lot more fun than them wins, and a lot of motherfuckers don't grasp that idea, and it's sickening.
Like A Dot, like well, A Dot, if you notice, like, you're the
Got
world
it, shit.
champ. If when you like, A Dot has a story for every single person, for everybody who has their own titles and everything. So even for people who don't have titles, like me and Matt King, we don't have titles. Neither does he, and he doesn't even go for titles in GW.
I got a title. I'm a fucking CEO. What do you mean?
But I'm trying to say like a
Who are
championship.
you?
By the way,
But let me rephrase that. I'm trying to say a championship title,
See,
like
the
a
difference
championship
between the
title.
Reaper and the CEO is the bottom to the top. That's the difference. That's your
No,
title.
that's fine. That's fine. I'm gonna give you a little promo soon too. You're gonna wait on it. But what I'm trying to say is basically, right, like you can still pop as a main event guy and not be in the main event, is what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, he knows how to like cook that up. Like, you could be like the second match of the show, and that match could probably be the match of the whole night because
Correct,
the way it was booked, and according to the storyline that we're already doing behind the scenes, like, you know, like on our promos and our trash talk, and the match is like a OD fire match. That's just even made it better. So nobody's even paying attention to the main event. They were like, yo, that DBD and INKSLINGER match earlier was fucking crazy, bro. I can't wait to see what happens next type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's why I'm big on, like, you know, like what's next type of shit. Like, what are you thinking ahead of? That's my key thing, you know. So those matches happen, and it's like, all right, cool. I have two sides depending on the outcome. Like, whoever wins, boom, I got it. I'm cool with it.
I
Of
just
course,
don't
I want certain
like
outcomes,
both of them.
but
yeah,
you know. But I like the losses, like you guys are saying. Like, it makes you think more, you know, more creativity. It more comes out of, you know, the flow, the juice. It's just like, all right, cool. He lost this shit. We got to think of something, man. Like, even, you know, not to, you know, shed too much into it, but the main event tonight, Michael, I wanted Michael to win so the tag team titles could be on the line, right? And, you know, Jay Smoke right now not at the pay-per-view. So I'm already thinking, like, man, how do I get Jay Smoke into this pay-per-view picture somehow, some way, you know? big name. You know, you want them at the pay-per-view, boom, boom. So I'm already, even though the pay-per-view is 48 hours away, I already have a game plan set, ready to go, and I'm cooking, ready to boom, make some magic happen. You know, so that's always thinking whether every match I'm thinking of something. I'm watching the match, how it's going, outcomes, who's, you know. So we're working. That's it, you know.
And you write this shit down too.
That's crazy. Man,
I don't understand how y'all could write shit down like on paper and shit. Like I can't do that. I do this shit like with my voice.
Like, and if I don't have my pen, I'll have the first lady. She writing that shit down, you know. So
that's crazy,
bro. I got two whole notebooks full of ideas that I want to play out. I got one idea. I got one idea from the middle of the first notebook I ever wrote that has already been, let's say, put out there secretly. That's how I'll word that. I think only one other person in this whole thing knows about it. But it's from a notebook I wrote halfway through last year when I first started. And I just popped it out. So these notebooks, dude, they come in handy.
Oh yeah,
I like it.
So moving on. What's been the biggest challenge you faced so far in your EFED career?
Like when you say challenge,
you basically started like everybody. Like before you even answer that, right? Like I hate the fact that everybody's been saying shit like, "Oh, well, I've been doing EFEDs for like 15 years and whatever." But if you really look at it, everybody that I've been interviewing since 2K22 has started basically doing this EFED shit in 2K22. Like, let's be realistic. Like, I haven't really seen like videos online.
Like, it wasn't even an online thing or wrestling wasn't even an online thing until 2K bought them.
That's what I'm saying. And 2K didn't even have a 21. They had a 2K20.
2K14.
Yeah, and that was so trash that I don't know anybody that actually ever played that shit.
I know that was 2K20. That was 2K20, not 21.
2K20, right? That's what I'm saying. They didn't have a 21.
They skipped 21. Worked on for 22.
Yeah, that's if anybody tells you, "Oh yeah, 2K21."
I tried to start like in fucking, I think it was 17 or 18. But I didn't have all the equipment and shit. I wasn't doing the announcement. I was just watching it, you know, watching the matches. But it didn't like I have a YouTube
it wasn't
channel.
As big.
Yeah, it wasn't at all.
You
know, but yeah, no 10 years. You know, of course, like experience wise, like,
I don't think this EFED shit's been around less than like 6 years at most.
At most. 4 at most. I give it 4 because I think 2K24 is what really opened the doors. My bad. 2K22 is what opened.
22 is what really opened it, and then 24.
We really look at it. Every single person, like literally every single person that we know, there's like a monster in this EFED shit. Even owners, they did it since 2K22. Like this is now that we're getting these views and all this shit. And I was the first one. I don't care what anybody says. I was legitimately the first one with an EFED podcast interviewing EFED wrestlers. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of niggas, like, you got podcasters now. Y'all do what y'all do. Shout out to y'all. But y'all remember, like, y'all got to pay homage because I'm that guy that opened the doors for y'all niggas. And I gave a lot of y'all motherfuckers who EFED owners a lot of ideas, too, on a lot of y'all matches. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to
remember that shit when he said, "Yo, I got this dope fucking idea." He dropped it, and then like 2 hours later, bro, this motherfucker
2 hours later, bro. You know what's even crazier? Before even that, nigga, you remember the time that I started doing a promotion? I promoted myself, like I won the world title, right? And I promoted myself. I dropped a promo, but like a worldwide promo, meaning it was for like Facebook and like all groups. So I'm basically saying, like, I'm Dimebag Dan, the GW World Heavyweight Champion. Bam, 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 bam. I was saying mad shit. It's a promo, right? But it's a promo not for a GW promo. It's a promo for all EFEDs. Even if I'm not even a part of EFED, I'm just introducing myself, like my character, right? And this motherfucker, I don't know his name. I don't care who his name is. This nigga took my shit word for word. Even the picture that I took that I had of my own core, it was like 2K23, like the cover and shit. And I had like, I I photoshopped it with my own picture in it, my own core with the belts and everything. Fire shit. This nigga took my shit word for word an hour later after I dropped it, and he posted it all over Facebook groups the way I did, and everybody was like, "Bro, like this, we just saw this. Like we just saw this like an hour ago. Like what are you doing?" And he was like, "Well, what?" Like he thought there was nothing wrong with that, and I was like, "Bro, you took my entire identity. Like you might as well name yourself whatever your fucking name is. That Dimebag."
How are you gonna share a story like that without a name?
What you said?
What?
How you gonna share a story like that without a name? I gotta know.
We don't remember the name. I don't remember.
I don't even remember that. That was years ago, bro.
Yeah, it was 23. It was 23 for sure.
That is
the crazier part is that I didn't even notice that. The one that noticed was A Dot. A Dot was like, "Bro, look at this," and I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Look." And I see this, and I see he screenshot the pic, like the whole post. And I was like, "No fucking way, bro, violated." I was like, "You know what, man?" And I knew then. I was like, "This is crazy." I knew then. You know what I mean? And I was like, "You know what? Fuck it." Dude. But it made me feel good because it made me feel like, bro, I'm him. Like how can I not be if I have people doing shit like this, right? You know what I mean? Like that's like somebody that's like you starting an eFed and somebody comes and tells you, "Oh, my hashtag is DBD26," and you download my core that I made, me personally, but somebody else is using that core. Like literally somebody else dropping promos using that. You might as well do that because that's exactly what you did.
But it's been done. So I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. Either way you look at it, like we just gotta, like I said, you know, I would just ignore it. You know, black.
It's insane, and it's
through you.
It's insane. And it's kind of like,
and that's how I was at first. You know me, bro. I wasn't in nobody's streams. I didn't give a fuck who was streaming, who the fuck was doing this, who the fuck them. I don't give a fuck about any of them. They're all bums. That was always my, mentality. And DVD was like, "Yo, you should check out this," and I'm like, "Nah, fuck them, bro. We're gonna go over there and what? Then I'm gonna do something. They're gonna say I'm gonna steal an idea. Nah, I'm good, bro. I got my own ideas. I got my own shit. Whoever shows up and watches. Whoever's with us is with us. Whoever ain't. That was like 22 and 23. I was huge on that. Huge.
Yeah.
Like, but well,
I'm surprised. I'm surprised that that's what I'm saying. Because I'm surprised that we even got as far as doing this global umbrella thing. Because you were the type of person like you wasn't really fucking with nobody until. Like, luckily, we got some solid niggas like Hitman.
I think that plays key. That's a key part.
That is a key part. That is a major key part. Shout out to y'all niggas for being solid and being real. But back to INKSLINGER. Tell us. Let me repeat the question because maybe you probably forgot of all the shit that we were just talking about. What's been your biggest challenge you faced so far in your eFed career? Your legacy. I
mean, so far, it's mainly just been chasing title belts. Like I get close, and then something happens.
So it's just capturing gold for him. He's trying to capture that gold.
Really just capturing the gold.
What do you think that is? You think maybe it's because you focus too much on that aspect, on just wanting to win gold? Because that was
I really don't even make it like my sole focus. I really make more of my sole focus is mainly like entertaining the fans and shit. Like, do I want gold? Yes. That I feel like that would like escalate my character like tremendously. But at the same time, like, it ain't about me when I'm out there.
What do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean?
Like, it's about them. It's about the people that watch us.
Oh,
okay, I like that. All right,
I'm not. I'm in that ring. When I'm in that ring, like my sole thought is to make sure that everybody that watches us doesn't feel like the money they spent was bullshit.
All eyes on us, no Pac. You heard?
Right.
That's fire. And it's crazy you say that because just to rebound off to your answer, like when you're out there, even though like when I'm in character in the chats and I'm talking shit, because I talk shit about everybody. I don't care who you are. Like when you're out there, like it's hard to like talk shit about you because like your character looks so cool, like the way you created them, like your image is so like dope, and like your entrance, like everything is so fire. You know what I mean? And like you're not like trash, like like you're not like a all look kind of guy. Like you actually put in the work too. You know what I'm saying? And you technically are you're in a faction, right? Which we're gonna ask you about that in a sec. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like you are entertaining. So basically, you are a draw. You may not be like the biggest draw like that you want to be because basically you said it yourself that you're chasing titles and shit. The thing that I say about chasing titles is like if we focus too much on just that aspect, it ain't gonna happen because I feel like 2K. I even told Macking this like dead ass. I feel like our AI character in 2K has our spirit or has some part of our spirit since we create them with so much passion. Excuse me. Since we create them with so much passion that like I think a piece of us is in our character. You know what I'm saying? So like when I'm watching a match, I'd be like, yo, I'm gonna win this match. I feel it. I know it. And he wins the match. And then sometimes I'd be looking at him, be like, damn, this is gonna be a tough one. So whatever happens, happens. And that's what really happens. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you don't win them, sometimes you do. So,
hey,
like,
this was gonna be a tough one.
Like yeah, that ass because sometimes you booked in like multiple man matches and you're like, damn,
those are like
shit.
I love
you know
those.
what I mean? Like,
those are hard to win.
No, I know.
I love those.
No,
But
those, and that's perfectly
every
fine.
match is gonna be hard regardless, bro.
100%. You never know how 2K is feeling that day. You never know how 2K is feeling that day. But the thing is, like, I know for a fact, like sometimes, like, all right, for example, like I fought Psycho, right? 100% the moment from the entrance, since I walked out the curtains, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna beat the shit out this motherfucker. I'm gonna fucking put his face in the fire in the Inferno match. I'm gonna burn him alive. It happened the opposite. You get what I'm saying? But I took the loss like a champ, and I was like, good shit, bro. You know? And I'm still gonna talk shit about you because don't think you're off the hook because you're still a bum to me. You just got a lucky win. Right. That's all. That's how I feel about it, man. And you tell you the truth, like when I walked in the match, I wasn't even feeling it because I was just on some like I wasn't like the way I felt talking to him. I just wanted to beat the shit out of him. It wasn't like I was trying to like
it was look to at make a statement. Look at this, motherfuckers.
Yeah,
this is you.
Yeah. But it happened the opposite, and I took it like a G, bro. It's not like I didn't go and pull off like what everybody does, like most people, like cornballs do, and be like, "Yo, hey, Dot, I'm done. Fuck your company. This shit is rigged. Y'all niggas is all trash. All y'all niggas on the global be pushing this nigga Psycho. Y'all niggas think he's better than me. I hate this guy. Fuck this. I'm out." You know what I'm saying, bro? Like I like the fact that you guys like talk like, "Oh, Psycho beat the shit out of you." That makes me better. Like that makes me be like, "Word, Psycho beat the shit out of me." Watch when I make my next update. Nobody's beating the shit out of me. You know what I'm saying?
Like Psycho is GW's favorite punching bag. That's the moniker I've given him. Every time
the good thing about Psycho. The good thing about that a lot of people don't see about the Psycho thing is like we always like dogging him. Every single person's at him and like, oh fuck you and this and that, whatever. Like in character and respectfully in character, like not crossing the line, right? But he gets booked because that gets him booked by us doing that to him. So when he does win, it makes us look stupid because we're like, yo, Psycho beat DBD, Psycho beat another big name, or Psycho beat this guy. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not expecting that, and it happens, right? So now that just makes Psycho.
How many times does that happen?
You know, I mean, it happens.
Like, I just fought him the other day or last week and beat the shit out of him.
Exactly, and I beat the shit out of you like a few months back. So you see what I'm saying? Like.
We gonna come back around to that.
I beat you. You know, like it's like a recycling thing. You know, that's why he does always like, you guys are trash. You guys are all bums, but we're not bums and we're not trash. We recycle, basically.
Yeah.
Right? Hey, Don.
No, you're a bum.
Nah, you're a bum. I love it.
You just gotta, have fun with the shit, man. That's all it's about.
Nah, you gotta have fun. I love this shit because yo, this just saved my life, man. I can't even say it so many times that I say it, man. Like I made so many friends. Like I don't even know Matt King from a hole in the wall. I never met this man in person, but like I feel like this man will take a bullet for me, and I will take a bullet for him. That's how our relationship is built. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you know what I mean? Like I know it sounds like crazy, but you know what I mean? Like it's that type of love. Like same shit with Briggs, bro. Like Briggs, like he came from those three letters that you mentioned before. So I would have always thought that he was always gonna be that type of person from those three letters. When I got to meet him and like we interacted and shit, I was like, yo, this motherfucker's mad cool. Like this nigga's like he's like me. Like you know what I'm saying? Like and I would have judged if I would have went by my judgment over like, you know. I'm talking about Riggs, yeah, Riggs. My bad. Not Briggs, Riggs.
His name right next time.
Wait,
Riggs
he lost the letter in his name too?
Yeah, his new name is Riggs. A.N.
Riggs McMahon.
49% does, buddy. You hear me?
Riggs McMahon.
I like it. Not for real. We're losing focus here.
Yeah.
You answered the. He answered it.
Yeah, he said titles. Titles is his.
It's the title chase.
Yeah.
Copy. So let's go to the third one then, right?
Yeah, go ahead. I got no feedback on that. He thinks the title will make him, basically from what I understood from that his answers, you know, once he gets that title, he's gonna stand out more to everybody else, you know. So
I'll give you a little insight on the title thing.
Yeah,
sometimes
talk to him.
Sometimes
as a former
you have
one-time
to win.
world champ.
Yep. Greatest world champ of all time, by the way.
Stop it.
Okay. Sometimes you have to win that title to get out of your own way. I'll say that. You can get so fixated on certain things, and then you get it, and you're like, oh, this is cool, but it's not where I want to be. So sometimes you got to win it. Sometimes you got to do it to get it out of your way. Because, like I said, sometimes chasing gold, you're standing in your own way.
To rebound off that, now that you say that, right? Have you ever won a world title? Like since you're
world title. I've won other titles that are like now defunct, but like I've never actually held a world title, and that's really what the chase has mainly been, is the world title picture. It's not necessarily been the mid card or like anything like that. It's strictly the world title is what the focus on, like as far as like obtaining gold is.
The chat is lit. I hear that. I won.
that shit, man.
When I won my first world title, it was like wow, it's crazy. I finally did it. When I won my second one, it was still a wow, but it was a wow where, because I predicted that, I called it. This is what I was talking about. What the AI has some type of spiritual connection with you, that I really felt that. Like I cashed in a fucking briefcase on a fucking pay-per-view, bro, to get that fucking title. And according to the storyline, it made perfect sense because it made me look like a piece of shit, like whatever. But it was great. Everything was so fucking perfect, and I predicted it because in November of that year, that was in 24, right? Going in 25. Yeah, 24 and 25. And in 24 on November, I said, yo, I'm going to win the $1 billion title. I'm going to defend it 3 times, and I'm going to cash in. And I'm going to cash it in on the fucking pay-per-view, Armenia, like our WrestleMania. I'm going to cash it in that day. I don't care who's the world champ, and I'm going to boom. And at that time, we had 3 heavyweight titles. We had the world title and 2 heavyweight titles, and we made them all together. We unified them, and we made the undisputed GW world title. So there's only 1 world title now, right? And we fucking unified them, and I cashed in that day. I betrayed my partner, Demon X, and I fucking won that match, bro. And I predicted it up to then. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh, and then like the whole shit reset it. You know, like my whole mindset reset it and everything. Caused some bad news in real life. You know what I mean? Like 25 was like the worst year for me, like out of character and in character, because I wasn't focused. character. And out of character, I was dealing with a lot of real personal shit that, like, bro, she got me like really emotional. And yeah, niggas know, you know. But bro, that's what I love about this shit. This shit saved my life. And A Dot, like, he doesn't believe it. He'd be like, yo, stop, man, you my nigga, whatever. But at the end of the day, A Dot doesn't even know. Like, he saved my life, bro. I was on the verge of becoming like a full-blown alcoholic, homeless, bum, all that. And I bought a house at 35. At the age of 35 years old, I bought a home for me and my lady, her kid. Well, he's my kid too, because I raised him. Bro, like, I did a lot. It's a lot of shit I don't want to talk about because we're over here.
You get off topic there, buddy, okay?
Let's not get off topic. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm trying to say. You get what I'm saying? Anyway, but yeah.
Another time and place for that.
Don't chase titles, brother, because that shit gonna fuck you up in the long run. Like,
no, with that said,
like, you win it, and it doesn't even feel like it'd be like, oh, all right. You know, once you get it, you're like, all right. But some people are different. Like I said, my 2 times was like, wow. Love it.
I had it once. I don't care if I get it again. I like the story aspect more than I like the title aspect.
That's what I was gonna say. I like the story aspect on how to get there than getting there. Like,
I just had to win
world
it out of my
champion,
own way.
me for a world title. Yeah.
Trust me, I was in my own way, and I was in my own way in a big way. ADOT can verify that. I was in my own way. Like, I completely fixated on it. Stopped fucking telling stories. Then I got it, and I was like, fuck, I don't know what to do with this thing. Like a fucking dog chasing a car. If I caught the tire, I wouldn't know what to fucking do with it. I got it, and I'm like, how the fuck do I drop
that,
this?
Johnny? They know that. I'm a 2-time Grand Slam, but I'm only gonna say
we make it like that. I'm always trying to find ways around shit. So I mean, it's just being able to tell a story, man, with or without a title, you know. So that's the key part, bro. You can do that.
I feel like, yeah, I feel like that's where I thrive in this. I feel I'm a better storyteller. I mean, if I grab a belt along the way, okay, cool, but I can almost guarantee there's no title in this thing that's gonna revolve around my stories. You know what I mean? I like the.
I do stories like the only way my stories work is if the person that, or the only way that my stories work with a title in the picture is if the person that I'm beefing with has a title.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
And that's where it should. That's where it should. I like the stories that lead into stories. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's where
I like to make sure that my story, that the title I'm looking at or trying to go for weaves into the story I want to tell. Because if it doesn't, then there's no point in it.
Yes.
You know what? Before we go on, before you answer that, and before you keep on, like, I want to give a shout out to the Global Umbrella for every single Global Umbrella like owner who runs like their own shows. I'm gonna give you a shout out for the fact that like when y'all put y'all world, like the world titles is basically like whoever's your world champion is an active person and is doing promos, and he's always like talking, he's always active and making it known that that person is the world champ, or that person is going up to be the world champ and is going to continue to carry on like the same energy. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're a type of person like that too. Like, even though you're not a champ, but like you're active, you always drop, like, you know, trash talk, you drop promos, you do what you got to do and all that shit. So like that gets you in the picture. So it's like people like that show up part-time, like you never even really see them on the shows. Like they don't even shop up in their shows, but they come in the chat sometimes and be like, oh, you know, because you know, sometimes it's real life shit, like, you know, I can't make it. Like, I sometimes, if you have your show during the hours from like 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. on a weekday, I can't comment. I'm watching, but I can't comment and talk my shit the way I usually always do. But like on a day like today, when I'm off and shit, and you have your shows anytime from any time of the day, I'm in there and I'm just talk about it, you know?
Yeah, same.
I don't hold that to anybody though. You know me, bro.
I know, bro. That's what I'm saying. But this is what I'm saying. Like, for example, like if you know that you're making a storyline and your storyline involves the world champion is involved. Like, your world champion is talking shit, your world champion is doing promos, your world champion is always there. You get what I'm saying? And even if that world champion is having like personal shit going on in real life, they'll let you know ahead of time, and like there won't be a storyline. There'll just be matches or whatever because But at the end of you know what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is like there's people that if you're not really always that active, you're there, but you're not really involved in a storyline. You're just basically somebody that's in a match that has a storyline or something like that. You get what I'm trying to say? Right. Perfect example is somebody, I don't know if y'all know, Gorilla Cruz. Perfect example. Gorilla Cruz, you don't see no promos from him. You don't see him trash talking. He comes into the shows once in a while because he got real shit going on in real life. But he got his call and he's active. He tells you like boom, but you're not gonna get a storyline out of him. But you'll get a match out of him. You get like a dope match or some shit, and that will put him in a story where like it doesn't involve him talking. Get what I'm saying? Or dropping a promo, but he involves him in the story. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So certain other, you gotta use certain people in certain parts and shit. There'll still be a key factor. They'll still give you that wow moment or whatever. But you know who you could use and whatnot. But at the end of the day, like if you do put someone in a certain type of match or whatever, and they win, you just gotta roll with it, bro. You just gotta find a way. All right, cool. This guy's not as active as everybody else or whatever, but he's holding this title. What can we do?
Exactly.
As long as you have everyone on the same page, knowing, hey, it's a game. Whatever happens.
Yeah.
It's like if I'm not, this could happen. Like don't take the shit like personal or anything. It's just part of the.
Exactly. And it's like it's like what we did last year because I wasn't like that active because of the personal shit. But you used to hit me up like to check up on me, and you used to be like, "Yo, listen, I'm gonna do this. You with this? You cool with that? I don't need you to say anything. I just need you to just like watch or whatever. You know what I'm saying?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm cool with that. Go ahead, do what you got to do." Get what I'm saying? So like, it's not like you're just throwing us out there, just doing what you feel is right. You really come and check on somebody and be like, hey, listen, I'm thinking of doing this and that. How do you feel about that? And that's why like a lot of people respect and fuck with you, A-Dot, because of that. Because you basically you're from like the attitude era of the storylines. Like you got the same mindset that Vince McMahon has. You know what I'm saying? Like respectfully, because not the out of character Vince. The wrestling Vince. You know what I mean?
What do you call it?
Also, he shits on women.
That's it. You want the wow moments. Oh shit! Like oh my god! Like that.
Right.
That's what you want, man. That's what we all wanted when we were growing up watching fucking.
You're responsible for creating DVD. Like at the end of the day, like I promoted myself and I made myself who I am because I back up my character and I talk about my character and whatever, but like the storyline wise on how I became who I became is because of A-Dot. A-Dot was like, yo, I'm gonna do this and you're gonna do this. And I was like, bet. He was like, all I need from you is to drop a promo saying along the lines, your words along these lines, saying this, and that, whatever. And I'm like, all right, cool, say no more. And he'd be like, perfect. That's it. That's how we did. That's how Briggs came to me with that conference, with the promo conference between me and Grim Lord. You feel me? Like you come to me in private and be like, yo, listen, boom, we're gonna do it like this. How you feel about that? And if I don't like it, I'll be like, yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know. I don't want to work with this nigga, or I don't want to do this. Or like I could have easily told Briggs, like, nah, I don't want to fight Grim Lord, even though he's the champion, I'm number one contender, whatever. I could have been like, nah, that's my brother, that's my teammate. But considering that I'm playing my character and my character is a selfish piece of shit, then boom. Regardless if I'm a grave digger or not. You know what I mean? But anyway, that's how it is.
That's it. Sometimes brothers guys fight. Respect.
Exactly.
Sometimes you gotta split teams up. That's the way it goes.
Now, with that being said, gentlemen, I have another obligation I have to take care of. So I will have DVD read that great intro as an outro for me before I go.
You might come back or you're not coming back. You're done for the night.
It depends on how long it takes. You know where I'm going.
Oh, I got you. So we'll be back in like 3 minutes. So let me read it back for you guys.
2 minutes and 48 seconds.
There you go. That's too specific, but Copy. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Madman Strange, also known as the Scumbag King, aka the Mad King, the Go-Getter, the No One Better, make your girl wetter, wrapped around your mom like a Christmas sweater, record setter, Mr. 7-2.
I can't. 7-2 is
Thank-
just crazy.
Thank you.
So
I
you
made
was born, guys. For those who don't know.
We'll see him in a few minutes, y'all. It's not important. Anyways, moving on, right? How would you describe your whole fighting style, your whole wrestling style, and who influenced that? Like as a real wrestler that you probably looked up to growing up. Like for example,
Okay,
Hulk Hogan,
okay.
Razor Ramon, Stone Cold
Let
for
me
me.
let me start with let me comment on the style part of things that you asked about.
Go for it.
There
Go
is no
for it.
there is no style. It's just get the fuck in there, beat the shit out of this fucking chump, and move the fuck on. Like that's if you want to call it a style, you can call it an ass whooping style. I don't have necessarily a style. It's get in there, get the job done, and go home.
Pack them up and let's go. Okay.
Yes, sir. Body bag them and tag them and move it. The influences, I would say, they are a plethora of people from from more like a Scott Hall than more of a Scott Hall than a Razor Ramon. Also, like Kevin Nash, Kane, Undertaker. Abyss is a big one that I like. So like he's
Abyss.
really
That's
my
different.
kick.
That's different. Go ahead. I'm listening. Go ahead.
And then like in the spaces that like I don't have like anything specific, it would probably just be the Fiend would be like some of the influence as well.
Because of the mask and the braids and the mask, right?
Mainly just the mask is what everybody's always used as the connector between me and Bray Wyatt. But like my whole like persona is like molded between like a bunch of different people.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
I'm not
See
laughing
that?
at his persona.
I know why you're laughing. I know why you're laughing.
No filter.
I know why you're laughing. Like that.
Welcome back,
Nah,
sir.
but that's real stuff. I'm not reading the intro again. That's I'll read that at the end.
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, my fucking kids are passed out in my bed too. So
So you reschedule your meeting? You reschedule your meeting?
yeah, I guess so.
You pushed the meeting back a few hours?
Try to sneak downstairs in the morning.
That's great stuff.
Oh,
Shout out
man.
to Mad King, man.
That's a dope. We
Shout
call
out to
it
the Mrs. Scumbag too, Miss Veronica LeBeau. Because I hate the way A Dot says her name. I hate the way
Let's go.
you say LeBeau, and so does fucking Briggs,
So
or
what?
my bad,
Hop
Riggs,
off it, boy.
and so does Hitman. I'm like, yo, it's LeBeau. It's
Hey.
Veronica. Why am I the only one? And my show doesn't get nearly as much attention as y'all shows.
Hey guys,
And I
let me tell you
fucking announced the fucking names right.
one
That's
star
crazy.
on the flag like a Puerto Rican. You hear me, boy?
Yeah, but you got to remember that extra pronunciation is what gives it a little spice. So
Yeah,
it's not
it
It gives the
not
spice.
bad,
You
it's
have to
fun.
do that.
Yeah, it's
You have to
fun.
do that. In the
And
Fight
you've
Club, I
heard my
always talk
wife,
shit.
she's
She's a
involved.
typical white woman. She's all
He wants
tits.
that smoke like he's buying weed,
Veronica
yo.
LeBeau is a typical
Fuck
white
wrong with
woman.
you.
All tits, beautiful face, big tits, no ass, flat
You know,
back. Typical white women. This is what white women. This is how the white women appear in Fight Club.
He recycles.
That's why I
This
got
bitch
Meg-
ain't got no waste. You heard?
I don't know what happened to
Fire.
Violet
Write
Death.
that down.
Violet
Somebody
Death-
write that down right now.
You write that down. Violet Death went from a BBL to a typical fisherman's wife, a sailor's wife. She looks like a sailor's wife this year.
All right, you're off topic. Get to the next question.
Now,
Let's get-
can we agree that her finisher is called "Hey, thank you"?
I'm gonna do it.
Uh,
You trying to join the club?
shout out to Weather Death and the Club Elite. Shout out to Psycho too
Fuck
for being a
club.
piece of shit.
No, I had her so fucking mad the other day when I kept telling her she sucked.
Yeah, no. But so go ahead. What? So your wrestling style? Who influenced your wrestling style mainly? Besides like the Bray Wyatt look, I get the look and all that influenced by Wyatt
like
and
most
Abyss
of
and all
the
that.
influence would probably be Kane and the Undertaker.
So you fight like Kane and Undertaker. So when you get in the ring, when you climb the ropes, like during the match, you go over the ropes like Kane and Undertaker used to, or you go in between the ropes, you jump over
I
them.
I do over the ropes.
Yeah, how don't you
You
know
hop
that? He
over?
always goes to the ropes.
Like for real, how do you not know that?
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
Bro, I know that. I'm not. The people don't know that. This is an interview. Like you guys, what's wrong with you people,
Well, the way you asked that question was kind of not.
bro?
Like, you know,
I'm asking the question as a
Yeah, I
fucking
get it, I
journalist. I'm a professional.
fucking journalist. You ain't got
Jesus
the pass it
Christ.
tonight. You ain't going to the function no more. You hear me?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I stopped going. I stopped going to functions since 23.
To answer DVD's question, yes, I go over the top rope when I go in and out, like Undertaker and Kane used.
That's all I needed to know. Pause. Anyway, but that's
Pause.
what I'm saying. Because like I consider myself an athletic guy, but I weigh 240. Pure muscle. I'm a big guy. But I used to be skinnier back in the day. I used to be skinnier. I'm not gonna lie to you. In
Where we
2K22, I was swollen in 2K22. In
Let's not talk
2K23,
about
I lost
that.
mad
Let's not-
I lost mad weight, and then in 24 and 25 and up, I gained it all
All right,
back.
guys.
So now you
Snapple
see this.
fact. Who's ready for them? Who wants to hear a Snapple fact?
Let's hear it.
In
Part of the
2K22,
show.
this man would change depending on who he was fighting, change his weight, his style, and everything to try to.
What the fuck?
He
That was
said, "Yo,
actually smart.
this
Though.
guy's-
I just didn't know. I just didn't know that 2K fucked with the momentum. I didn't know that. But yeah, you're
well,
right.
we all didn't know that. But that's real facts right there. Oh, I'm going up against this guy. All right, he's a speedster. All right, I wanna slim down a little. I wanna, I'm like, bro.
Realistically, everybody in the chat
box-
and everybody in the
boxing
studio.
he's good.
Nah, realistically, everybody in the chat besides A Dot, like you guys in the studio and everybody in the chat right now, is that a smart idea? What I was doing, the A Dot just said, or was that the wrong idea? Considering not considering the momentum part, but go ahead.
Like
Let's hear
not even considering the momentum part, I would say no, because like, okay, let me put it to you like this: what would it look like if I fought you and I dropped Inkslinger's weight to match yours, or under, or a little over yours? That makes no fucking sense.
He was trying to like match up with the people he was fighting.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
he can,
But,
Exactly.
but,
I was trying to match
but
up.
even with that being the thought process, that still doesn't make any sense.
yeah, I hear you, but
Like,
when
if
we
you're bigger than them, then, like, for example, like if I'm bigger than ADOT, or if I'm bigger than DVD, and DVD tries to pick me up, 9 times out of 10, he's not going to get me up.
Gotcha. That's
This,
yeah.
DB,
You do
this,
that
DB,
part.
this DBD can though, like the one
I
that
mean, that
like
might-
been since
But
24
that's not
and
the
up.
point we're making here, sir.
The
No.
point is
Yeah,
basically
make your point. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. I'm out of
Yeah.
line. Go ahead.
we
That's
didn't
your
know though back then. Like we thought, that would be, like we all started in 22. We were learning. It was a learning curve for all of us.
Yeah,
you know?
it was a learning process.
We were
I
just
didn't know how
trying
to
to
make a
do
tire,
whatever it was
entrances,
gonna
none of
do.
that.
to get that victory. That's what it was. It's like, all right, I gotta get this victory. So this guy got the speed, and he's had prior matches with some of these people and he's lost. So he's like, all right, I'm back at it with this guy again. This didn't work last time. That didn't work last time. Let's go and do this. Still didn't work, unfortunately. But
I mean, yeah, but like, there's something to be said about changing your moves if your moves aren't working.
Yeah, I did
Wait,
to change the moves.
we didn't know
too.
shit about that back then. Like, we didn't know,
We didn't
like,
know that. Yeah.
you want to set up this.
I mean, that's
this-
fair. That's fair.
You know?
I'm kind of lazy when it comes to that. Like once I set the weight class in the beginning when I make you, like that's it. Like I don't I don't up it. I don't lower it. Like I might up it just to fuck around with it as like a duplicate to see if it matters. But from what I can gather, like from all my tests and shit, like it doesn't really matter.
Fair enough.
Here's a fun fact. Here's a fun fact based on what you just said. My DBD character that I have in Fight Club, like if you want to fight me in Fight Club, I don't fight you for belts in Fight Club. But if you cash in to fight me in Fight Club or you call me out and you beat me fair and square, I'll give you a shot at my world title, like at my show's world title. You get what I'm saying? Because I think that's fair. You know what I mean? And
Right.
what I do is like wherever I'm at, like in the global umbrella,
Can I
that's
not?
where
I just
basically I'm
want to
at.
cut you off real quick. Why do you
Yeah.
think that's fair?
Nah, check it out. I'm gonna explain the difference though. And
Okay.
in Fight Club, I'm a technician. Like in Fight Club, I have a whole different fighting style. That call, I don't even upload that call. Like that call is the scumbag owner of Fight Club, piece of shit. I talk reckless, like whatever,
That's like
right?
your
But
version.
the other, but the other one, like the Reaper, or if I switch from Reaper to KOB, that one is a striker, and he got all the same moves as the technician does in Fight Club. You get what I'm saying? The reason is that I do that is because I want to give like a fair advantage, because I always felt like, I don't know if it changed or whatever, but I always felt that if you own the game and you make your call from the game and not download them from somebody else's server, like from the CC, then it will be like a disadvantage because my call is made on my universe. You get what I'm saying? Like he's always gonna win. So if I switch the technician style to like technician, if I switch the style to technician instead of striker, the way I am like in professionally out there, then it gives me a less advantage. You know what I'm trying to say? Because
Yeah,
a technician technically doesn't hit as hard as the striker
Of
does.
course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
True.
So that's why I felt like that's fair for that simple fact. That way you have a chance to actually beat me. Because look at this. Look at this point. John Wigginton, shout out to John Wigginton. Like he's a badass motherfucker no matter where he's at, right? Anywhere that I fight him, he's beating me, right? Outside of Fight Club. But in Fight Club, he has never beaten me, and I fought him twice already in Fight Club. And fair and square, he has not beaten me, and I fought him in 2 different matches. You know what I'm saying? And I fought him in different matches professionally when I'm out there, right? And he's beating me. So you get what I'm trying to say? So like maybe my Fight Club guy is actually the better guy that I should be putting professionally, and I'm not. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I wanted to say.
So before we go any farther, you can hear me okay?
No.
I can hear you perfectly fine. Yes, sir.
My oldest daughter just came down with 3 Funkos she decided to open from her collection, which was a Joker, a Christmas edition Fiend, and Doctor Strange for my computer desk, because she said that my computer desk looked bare. So I'm going to give her a live shout out.
Look at you.
Shout out.
Shouldn't have opened those Funkos.
What's-
Tell her
what's-
she's not
what's
thinking with her head.
What's her character name? Or are they even allowed to be a part of this?
No, they
They don't care about us.
she has a character. Everybody watches GEW in my house.
Chillax.
She has a character, but she's not on GEW. She just likes
Gotcha.
to play the game.
Is there a reason? Is there a reason why y'all don't bring your kids into? Because I get it. Because you know how
they
we
got
are.
smacked kids too. That's why. That's why.
Well, for
Yeah.
the simple fact that I believe kids shouldn't be addicted. I believe kids shouldn't be addicted to technology. And if you put that type of 4 or 5 hour technology in front of them at that age, it's a gateway.
Okay. Fair enough.
So I limit my household to 3 hours of screen time a day for kids.
Fair enough. Nothing wrong. He would lose DVD.
What the fuck do you do? Smack him?
I didn't do shit. He's lucky. I didn't. He's lucky. I guess we lost him. All right.
There goes DVD
I got-
just spin.
These questions for you. You good? All right. So it looks like the 4th question right here. Again, we're rolling up to number 4. It's because DVD takes too long with these questions. every wrestler has a
Nah, I was hold up
in
before
the
you
XFL.
ask that. Bad. The thing was I went to get my drink and I told you guys continue the shit going and y'all were answering. Mackin was technically answering what we asked. But go ahead and
Yeah.
ask him the question.
Yeah.
BRB.
All right,
Respectfully.
got you. Respectfully, get the fuck out of here. Yeah. So every wrestler has a defining moment. What has been good so far? In this, we'll say, path to to success. You know,
So I would say
stand out to you.
there's probably two, maybe three
Okay.
super defining moments. Okay, and one was back when I first started, and I was a little overconfident, I guess you could call it. And I did 3 matches in the same night, lost all 3 of them.
You lost all
Then, right, in the same evening.
Okay.
And so, like, since then, my goal has been to be better than that. Okay. But then I would probably say my next defining moment would be when I was with the fucking Blood Island. When I was with them. But then, well, we all see how that worked out. So
Shout out to Blood Island.
Blood Island is trash, but
Menstrual Island. Menstrual fucking island.
We could talk about that another night. Who names itself Blood Island? Fucking Island boys.
I
Continue.
kind of like it.
Of course you do. You're probably one of them.
Of course you do.
Nah. I might.
Fucking around. Shout out to them. I just like talking shit.
Shout out to them. Yeah, no, of course. Just this is what we do. Good. My bad. You got to make it entertaining. That's all.
Defining moment.
Yeah, bro.
We the ones.
That was it. Did we lose
That's
it?
it.
Oh, that's it. All
Nah,
right, cool. That was it. Okay, cool. All right.
So be more like elaborate, like when you first started, like what did you do that made you like that made that a defining moment, like oh shit, like what did you win, like what kind of match?
He said he
I lost all 3 of those matches.
Copy.
I did 3 matches in the same night and lost all 3 of them.
And how did that happen? Was it in the same show kind of thing? Like you were booked 3 times in the same show?
Same show.
How did that work? Like that was in 2K22? Like when?
Yeah, it was in 22. Like I said, it was the first time I was
earlier.
It was the same promotion that I mentioned earlier. But like I was just a little too overconfident. Just like the matches.
This is how you know your shit is terrible. Shit's been terrible since the start, man. Shout out to you for fucking breaking out of that and being who you are right now, because you're in a way better place now, man.
Yeah, I don't want to go off topic, but like I heard a lot of like horror stories. Like I know we started off the podcast with that question and stuff, talking about them and shit. But there's so much. You might know, you might not know that Savage, got back on videos and text messages and everything, and his mother and other people as well.
There was proof.
Yeah, like picking winners and shit. It was just crazy, bro. Whole bunch of shit. But yeah, man. Shout. Hopefully you having fun with this shit. You like where you're at.
I'm having a lot more fun recently than I have been in a long time.
That's what's up, man. That's what we want.
Love to hear that. Hell yeah, we'd love to hear that. That's what we do this shit for fun, man.
I wish I knew how to fucking pin a comment on top of the screen.
Which one do you want?
This one? Click on it.
Yep, exactly.
I got you.
That's fucking
Sweetington.
great.
I'm from Indiana and I hate the island boys. Fuck fruitcakes. I'm gonna have to agree. I'm gonna have to agree.
Oh, it's
I
so
don't like
bad
fruits
you not know
or cake.
so well. He knew the exact comment.
Let me rephrase that. I like grapes because I'm a king.
What?
All right.
He likes round things in his mouth.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. No thanks. I'm okay.
No thanks.
No thanks. I'm okay.
Next question.
Like kind of nah. Before we go to the next question though, like kind of like jumping on that question and like not basically the question, but like what Ada was saying, like if you're having fun now recently and how were you at? How do you feel like? Because Fight Club, as you know, Fight Club has like no storyline based, but we basically like if you have any drama with anybody and like the global umbrella and I have them in my roster, like because I basically have everybody that's in GW and like people from ASW and TXT. I also have Jackson. I'm gonna have Akoni. Shout out to Akoni. He's a Blood Island guy.
He's a
I'm
bum.
also gonna have I'm, I'm also gonna have Todd Wilson. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's GW, but like you know what I'm saying? Like how do you feel that how Fight Club is run, the way I run it, compared to the way A Dot runs his show, the way Demon X runs his, the way Briggs and Hitman run theirs. Like you know,
I think all of y'all run your
we're all
shows
different,
similarly, but also differently.
differently,
Because like
100%.
A dot show really depends on like story and like continuity of like what's going on between
100%.
you. On the other hand, like what was it, a month or so ago? I fought Hernandez.
Yeah, who you want to fight right now? Let's go. Let's talk about it. Like that's my show.
Who I'm gonna fight right
Like,
now? Briggs.
no. Like I'm saying, like my show is basically like if like I'll go on Discord and be like, yo, I'm gonna start Fight Club in like the next hour. Who y'all want to fight? Let's do some call outs. And I have like 9 matches of call outs. And the way I
Right.
run shit is like if you're a champion, like and you call somebody out, even like it's not fair because you could probably be on a losing streak and you'd be like, oh, I want to fight your world champion. I'm not gonna give you a world title shot, meaning the King of New York or the worldwide, but I
Right.
can give you a mid card title shot with like somebody like the Triple Crown, somebody on some United States, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. But
Right.
like if you do want to fight the world champ, like you Briggs is the world champ, like worldwide champ, right? So if you say you want to fight Briggs, like right now, if I'm running Fight Club right now and you want to fight Briggs, I will book that, but I can't book it unless he agrees to defend the title to make it a
Right.
title match. But I can book it without him concerned. I can book it non-title. You know what I'm saying? Because you
Yeah.
just want to fight. You know what I mean? So that's
Right.
basically what I do. So you know, like,
So,
and it's not story based. It's all like it's only story based. Like if, for example, like I fought Matt King earlier today in GW. I lost, and I'm running a Fight Club later today. I'm be like, yo, run that back, Matt King, and we're gonna fight in a different match. We're gonna fight in this type of match. But
Right.
that doesn't mean that he's gonna defend his title that he defended in GW. That means that we're gonna fight again, and boom, it's gonna still count as part of the story, but it's not gonna count as well, I should be the world champion now because I beat him and he's the world champ. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
so I gotta ask this question,
I think it's fair.
and we got INKSLINGER here. You said Briggs. Now, with all due respect to Briggs, why does everybody go after Briggs? This man don't bother nobody. This man don't talk shit first to nobody besides DVD. Like he ain't out there running down your fucking people or anything. I don't understand why everybody goes after Briggs first. Can you
I know how to
elaborate?
answer. I can answer that, but you asked him. But I know how to answer that. Go ahead.
What I can say is I go after Briggs because Briggs, all he ever does when it comes to me is run his fucking mouth. So
Fair.
Briggs can get it in blood. That's how I feel about it.
Okay, DBD.
Like,
What's your
and to be fair, I didn't go after Briggs first. I went after Jay Smoke first.
Yep. Yeah, I remember that. Yep.
Yeah.
DVD,
Well,
what's
my
your
reason is because my answer is because, like, realistically, him, Jay Prince, and Michael Russell are like like super over, and they're over in three different ways. I'm gonna tell you how the three different ways.
Because
Since
they
we're
ain't been
talking
here
about
for
Briggs,
fucking-
right? They ain't been that long, but they got extreme, crazy promo work. Michael Russell and fucking Jay Prince, bro,
We're just getting
cooking.
started.
They come back. They come back. Yeah, they just getting started, and they come back up their shit, and they're over because they're people where, like a person like me, like when I'm in character, I be talking shit about them. I'm like, look at this, like this is your world champion, or this is supposed to be the next big thing. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I talk in character, right? And they come out and they prove that they are that. But I'm saying they're not. You get what I'm saying? And now on the
Right.
Briggs aspect, he's over not because of his promos and all that shit, even though he's nice with that too, but he's over because like he's legit elite when it comes to fighting. Like you see, if you look at the like past BODs and all that shit, like he talks his shit humbly because he defends himself. So I'll be like, oh, Briggs is a bum, get out of here. So he'll respond, be like, when have you beaten me? You get what I'm saying? And then like he'll shut me down with that because then I have to go back and think, and then everybody who's paying attention to that got to go back and be like, yeah, when was the last time you beat him? You know what I'm saying? So that puts him already in a winning dominant situation. And not only that, but you put him in matches where like he's a champion. Like for example, he's like the breakthrough champion in GW. He has not lost that belt since he won it. And A Dot, he doesn't even want the belt. So he's telling A Dot behind the scenes while he's booking him, he's telling A Dot what type of matches he wants so he can lose the belt because he wants to move forward from that, right? So Dot like, hey, I want to defend this belt in like an 8-man team in an 8-man match, like 8 guys. So book 7 other motherfuckers. I don't care who they are, make it make sense, whatever. Like do what you do, make it make sense, and let's do it. And he happened to win that match. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe
and
I don't.
you have like a
Maybe I just
like
don't
it's like he
understand
puts in the
it.
effort. Like I understand it. This is what I think, and he may not admit it, but this is what I think. He does what I was doing in 2K22 and in 2K23. In 2K22 and 2K23, what like A Dot said, I used to always switch up my character based on what I know about your character. So I used to see your matches, and you're the champion, and I'm gonna fight you. I'm basically switching up my character and training for you. You know what I'm saying? So like, if I fight somebody else, I might get beat up, but if I fight you, I'm gonna win because I know what type of wrestler you are. I know what type of style you have, and I'm built to like reverse those moves that you're gonna use on me. And I think that Briggs has been doing that since the moment he started, and he's really good at it. Where he's not gonna tell you he's doing that, but he knows.
He's damn good.
He knows the game in and out. Exactly. So, like for example,
he's not doing that.
this is like, maybe he's not doing that, but this is an example of how I know that he knows the game and he knows everything that has to do. Importantly, so like when he downloads my call, like even though I told him to do it anyway, but I told him like, yo, check out my shit. Like secretly behind the scenes, I'd be like, yo, check out my shit. Tell me if that's good. If that's not good, give me some advice. Boom, boom, we can work. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. Yep. So he knows, and he'll be like, yo, your attributes, you set this too high, and you set that. He already knows how to set all that. That's why he's so dominant, and that's why he's over, because he's so dominant where he doesn't even have to talk. It's like, yo, I'm gonna fight Briggs. He lets you do all the talking for him. Like, oh, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. But all he does is like, okay, and then you go and he happens to get he gets over. He wins the match.
I haven't ran any form of story with Briggs at all. So maybe that's where the disconnect with me is. But like behind the scenes, the dude's fucking nice, and he'll elevate anybody that comes to his door. Like you go to his door and ask him, he will help you elevate yourself. But like when it comes to stories and shit like that. I don't know. I've never ran anything with him.
No, he's nice at that too. This is what I'm saying. Remember, ask A Dot that he's here right now. A Dot, before Briggs joined GW, and you always because he always acts because as GW, this is the main thing because we have so many haters and so many like corny niggas like on the low that we have to do like background checks. So A Dot was like, I told A Dot, I was like, yo, Briggs, boom. this is Hitman's man. I've been fucking with him in ASW. Like, he's legit. I fuck with him over in WCCW with Shockwave and them. I'm like, yo, the guy, like, he's legit. He's solid. Like, everything. Like, he stays in character. Like, he doesn't cross the line. Like, he talks the way like we do. I basically told him. He was like, you sure? Like, yo, he's legit. I was like, yo, check him out. See whatever. And then I was like, on top of that, what I say? I was like, the nigga's nice. I was like, this nigga is nice. Like if you put him against anybody, like, this nigga's nice. Like, he's your main event kind of guy. Get what I'm saying? So A-Dot did it. He trusts whatever. So now,
you know what's funny?
Yeah.
What's funny is his first match was like an 8-way match, and he lost like ASAP. Like, boom! I was like, damn.
Exactly.
That nigga lost like the fucking maybe like 5 minutes. He was in that 8-way match, you know. And I was like, damn, he's gonna think I don't believe that he's nice and shit, and he's gonna try to say I'm fucking playing games and shit or whatever, doing some fuckboy shit. And I was like, damn, man. But he bounced back from that 8-way first match that he was in that he lost real quick. And he's been.
I still see that same person. I still see that same person, that same bum that lost that match to this day. But anyway, you can ask him if he joins the studio.
I'm gonna have to wait.
There you go. Yo.
What we on? Hey.
On the INKSLINGER, today's INKSLINGER's day.
Shout out, Ink. What's the word with you, bro?
It.
Got a question for him? Ladies
All right,
and gentlemen,
so let me.
by the way, shout out to TXT owner Damien the King Briggs in the building, in the studio.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me run this down real quick.
Shoot.
All right, so from me all right, so of course, like all of us, we've played the game for so long. You know what I mean? I didn't realize certain aspects of the game until I joined E-Phase. When I joined E-Phase, Briggs was a fucking heavyweight powerhouse. And then I had subs on my guy, but like I said, I was a powerhouse. So we're talking about the company that needs not to be mentioned. When I was over there, I had a match with another guy, and it was the sub match, but the match wasn't presented as a sub match. It was presented as like some UFC type shit. So when I fought him, I'm hitting him with all kind of Omega drivers and shit. Like I said, I had Dragon Sleepers all throughout my shit, and I wouldn't pull any Dragon Sleeper out. So I'm wondering, like, what the fuck? Why aren't I winning this match? And then I realized it was a sub match. And I'm like, well, I got subs. Then I realized, well, if you got subs, but you're a powerhouse, he's not going to pull those subs out. So I'm like, bet, let me change that. And I joined the faction with another dude he didn't necessarily tell me, but he showed me like his core was a striker. So I'm like, oh, maybe I should be a striker. And then just looking over his fucking his attributes, this dude was stacked. He was a big ass dude. Like his dude was severely bigger than my dude, but his weight said 235. He was a light heavyweight. I'm 275. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Then I go look at the attributes and I realized, like, as a light heavyweight, you got a bigger advantage in certain things, but you have a disadvantage in the power and shit like that. So I'm like, oh shit, I didn't know that. Let me change that.
Hold up. Before you continue, stay right there though. Don't continue. But we come from an era in 2K22, and I believe we did it up to 23, where everybody raised their attributes, the AI attributes, all the way to 100.
AI attributes are extra shit until I think.
But even so, the AI attributes aren't that. The AI attributes aren't what I'm even talking about at this point. I'm talking about your regular attributes.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So I realized his attributes. His attributes as a light heavyweight were different from heavyweight, and I realized the advantage and the disadvantage is there. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, boom, I'm gonna go ahead and bring my guy down to 240 because that was the limit between light heavyweight and heavyweight. And then I realized, like, oh, well, shit, I fought another guy who a lot of us know, and I will say his name because he's a pretty decent dude, AJ Woods. AJ Woods is one of those guys when it comes to this E-Fed shit. And he's probably one of my biggest competitions. And sadly, he's not in TXT this year, but he's one of the guys that I definitely trained against. Me and him have a long, outstanding history. But I realized, like, man, I was whipping this guy ass one day. Like, I'm talking about beating the shit. Even I had move theft as a fucking payback, and I used his move against him. But it didn't matter because him as a tech, he hit me with his moves and made me tap. So this is when everybody started thinking that subs were fucking glitched or whatever.
They wore 1 year.
Yeah, but
I think 3. Yeah, they were glitched.
Yeah, it was probably 23. But and this, like I said, around the time when I'm getting deep into e-feds and shit. But I realized, like, oh shit, let me go ahead and start adjusting my guide. This is when I start actually learning how to play with the attributes. I started learning the AI attributes. I started learning the personality traits, which a lot of guys don't even focus on. Right. That shit helps. You know what I mean? So I learned how to build my guide step by step. I take the time out to focus on this shit. So that created Briggs as a beast. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Like, I see people who like to complain about certain things. That's fine. But if you don't take the time to do this shit, then your complaints just falls on deaf ears, right? Mm-hmm. So when as I built my guy from 23 on, I started going against different competition and so on and so forth. Matter of fact, Rider Fly Guy is in the chat. He's won. I fought Fly Guy in a multi-man match, which we had the opportunity to get that 30th spot in the GW Royal Rumble, and Fly Guy won that. It came down to me and Fly Guy. Now, like A-Dot said, when he brought me in the GW, I had that 8-weight, that it was a 10-weight, 10-man gauntlet. I got hit with a super finisher as soon as I came out and got eliminated. I was like, God damn. You know, I didn't think no way about that. I didn't even realize that A-Dot.
Let's be real. You were thinking in real time. You were like, "Get this nigga some real sliders. This shit is bullshit."
Not even, because I'm so in love with the fact that we just could talk shit with each other. So I was like, oh god damn, I got hit with a super finish as soon as I came out. I was like, man, I don't know how this shit gonna go. But
first one to comment on that was me. Talk about this is him. This is your king. First thing.
Yeah, you just stick with this shit and it goes. So like I said, after that he put me in a couple of backstage attacks, and I'm just running through niggas. Then put me in the matches with these same niggas, and I'm running through niggas. And then I had that match where it was me, Fly Guy, and 2 other guys, and it came down to me and Fly Guy, and he won. He got that 30th spot. A couple of weeks after, me and Fly Guy had the 1-on-1 match, and I tapped Fly Guy out. And I remember Fly Guy being like, man, these motherfuckers with the subs and blah, blah, blah. And Demon was sounding like, man, hey, it ain't the fact of the subs, it's the fact that they text. So if if they got text on there, if they a technician, it's because they work with their subs. Ain't no shade to Fly Guy. I ain't, trying to throw him under the bus now like that, because Fly Guy has subs now. He used the fucking sleeper hole shit. Brilliant. Mm-hmm. Brilliant. Oh, yeah. And yeah, Fly Guy, I seen what you said earlier. Part 2 is definitely coming. Don't think I forgot about you, bro. It's coming. But since then, I've been on my shit. I've been on a warpath. Like, I get to a point to where I don't won titles in damn near every company that I'm at. I'm not in it for the titles and nothing like that. You want to know why they call out Briggs? Is because I'm that high. I'm that name. I talk about myself because I proved that shit. I don't care if motherfuckers want to say Briggs is ass and nothing like that. It's a reason why you calling me out. When it comes to Ink, and like I said, shout out to Ink. I've lost to Ink. I fought Ink multiple times. I've lost to Ink one time, and it was in a casket match. You know what I'm saying? And that's not even to say that Ink ain't good, nothing like that. I see the flaws in Ink. I see the flaws in a lot of you guys, because a lot of you guys automatically go to the super heavyweight build. They can't hang that long with a fucking light heavyweight or fucking heavyweight for that matter. You know what I mean? They can win some matches. Trust me. I've seen it. But it's not a guarantee. When we put that shit out about the fucking super heavyweights using the giant build, that's your opportunity, because that shit was glitched last year. It's not so much glitched this year, so it's not a big problem. You know what I mean? So
he uses it right now. He's on that shit. He
right.
He hit me up. He's like, yo, I got my first W with that.
And that's what I was saying. And that's what I was saying. My bad, I cut you both off. But that's what I was saying to INKSLINGER earlier too. I was like, yo, like it's not like right now, like you just said, like you that guy, you think that because 100% you earned that, and you could talk that. And like no matter what we can say, like in character, I could always talk shit and like try to downplay that. but in character, I also know that that's actually accurate. You get what I'm saying? Like this nigga is like he's really that good. You know what I'm saying?
Another person oh, go ahead, my bad.
Yeah, but like what I'm trying to say is like, even though like you see how you said he beat you, get what I'm saying? Like we were saying that earlier. It's like he beat Psycho, but I beat him, and Psycho beat me. You get what I'm saying? So you see how even though it doesn't like really matter, like whatever, like you know what I'm saying, it's all about styles and it's all about how you make your call. And like you said, you were saying like you see the flaws on like everybody because you check everybody's call when you download them. Not that you like changing shit or you fucking around with nigga shit, because nobody over here we fuck with do that. Anybody listening?
It's not even the fact.
You don't fuck
It's
around.
not even the.
I know
it's
what
not
you're
even
saying.
the fact.
Like, nah.
It's not even the fact that I
Like,
check everybody's call when I download them. It's the fact that I see you. I see you on different shows, and I can tell automatically right off the bat.
Nah,
like one of the matches I had on my show.
But like real quick, for example, like right now, if I gave you an updated DVD that I just finished doing right now, I'd be like, yo, like behind the scenes, I'd be like, yo, A-Dot, yo, Briggs, or whoever's the showrunner under the umbrella, I'd be like, yo, check my call out real quick. I just uploaded them right now, real quick. You're home, and if you're home and you check them out, you go through the moves. You don't have to like put them in a fight or anything like that because 2K is 2K. But you look at the moves and you see it. You see, be like, all right, I see what you did. And you even personally told me, because we speak behind the scenes out of character, and you be like, yo, if you set this like this as your signature and you do this instead of this, it'll work out better for your core because your core is nice. All the moves you got is dope. Like you told me that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you're like,
yeah, that's
you built right, but you got this mistake right here is gonna cost you this match. Because if I was you, I wouldn't do this. I'll do this. You get what I'm saying? Like,
right.
That's
but in your case, I seen that off the rip because like the person that you was fighting, whatever, you know what I'm saying. But I seen he hit you with the rolling stunner and then hit you with another one right off the bat. And I know for a fact that when you do 2 out of 3 matches, 2 out of 3 4 matches, after you lose that first 4, your health gets reset to a medium status to where you're not going to get taken out by a finisher automatically. But then I seen that in you because you got hit with a rolling stunner, got pinned, and got hit with another rolling stunner and got pinned. And I'm like, what the fuck is up with his core? That's the only reason why I checked your core. And that's why I see, oh, this nigga DVD has a bunch of shit fucked up. And he don't pay attention to a lot of this shit. Let me hit this nigga and, run this shit by him. You know what I mean? But it's when it comes to Ink, because Ink is on here, I'll say this, like, I know I had a match where Ty DeVillin was the fucking TXT Triple Crown World Champion. And for this match, he got to pick his opponent, he got to pick the match. He said he wanted to fight INKSLINGER in a steel cage match, 2 out of 3 sub only. And I'm thinking like, that's gonna cook. But then I had to realize, like, 1, Ink is a giant build. 2, Ink don't got subs like that. He gonna get Ink up out of here. He was last year. I'm not sure about now.
What?
Like right now. Are you a giant right now, Ink?
I'm running the giant style, but he's not a super heavyweight. He's a heavyweight.
No, like your build. Like, are you a giant or you're a super heavyweight? Like, that's a giant, or you're a heavyweight?
He's a heavyweight with the giant payback.
With the giant fight
style. Payback, but like you're a powerhouse striker, technician. Like what are you?
Like go through like the thing and it says technician, powerhouse, and shit. At the very bottom it says giant. And that's what I use.
Yeah, he's a giant.
Copy.
Okay.
Right.
So yeah, when he fought Ty hit him with the subs and got him up out of here pretty quick. Me and talked about that behind the scene. Like, damn, ain't got to change this shit, bro. You got to change this shit.
It's
I don't talk shit to Ink, but I don't talk shit to Ink because he trash or nothing like that, because he's not. But I see the flaws in his build. Me and Ink could always go back and forth. He's always going to cook, but at the same time, I think Ink has certain shit he can change. And hopefully with this upcoming thing that he that's in the works, if it plays out how it's supposed to play out, he cooks some shit up. I'm looking forward to it. I ain't gonna lie to you. Ain't one of them. He one of them ones. But when but like I said, for me coming up here, for the most part, talk about why people call out Briggs because you want the name, you want the win over Briggs. And one person that I could say actually sees what I'm talking about is Haley Ramone, because Haley Ramone said this shit the other day. Like, I get it. Everybody
Shout
wants to
out to
call
Haley
you
Ramone.
out. Everybody wants to call you out and get a match, but what does it even mean? Like, you call me out, that don't mean I automatically got to get in the ring with you. And I had this whole discussion when I talked to Garma
100%.
about
Yeah,
Psycho calling me out.
respect,
Psycho wants to
not
fight Briggs.
respect. Like respectfully, like put it like this. Respectfully, I don't know how other people run e-feds and shit like this, and I don't know how other people see themselves. But like me, I'm gonna put myself as an example because I'm actually gonna say who I actually am, right? So like that DBD, the character, is a trash talker, win or lose. He's always talking shit that he's always better than you, whatever, right? So I feel like if you're just like a all right, a new guy to this brand and you've been on like a terrible losing streak and like you're not really like up to par to be like maybe intercontinental champion or like in that type of level, which respectfully, like not everybody's at a main event level. Get what I'm saying? Like you got to earn that. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you earned your name, you earn whatever. That's why people keep calling you out. But like, for example, let's just say I don't want to use Psycho as a thing because Psycho's actually doing pretty good. But let's just say, respectfully, Mad King. Let's say Mad King was like terrible, like on a terrible losing streak, but he's always active. He's always talking shit. He's always dropping promos, and he's always getting booked, right? Now, he's always losing, though, but all of a sudden, you book him against DBD, and I'm a big name. Not because I'm saying it because it's me, but I am a big name because I earned it, right? So
True,
I'm a big name, and now he beats me. But he's been on a terrible losing streak. Now he has the right to actually say something when you're talking. You know what I'm saying? Like if he says something like, "Oh, I'll fight Briggs," you know what I'm saying? Now he has a chance to actually get inside the ring with you. But now, if he's on a terrible losing streak and he goes and he fights a big name like me and he loses, it's fair to say you don't have to acknowledge him or even pay like any type of attention to like get that match booked because you're like, bro, you're not on my level, respectfully. You know what I'm saying? And
that's
like
the thing. If you beat Psycho, they'll just be like, you're supposed to beat Psycho. It's Psycho.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, respectfully, but yeah, exactly. It's like we know what effort you make, but you always booked. Like you're on every fucking show every week. But it just happens to keep losing. But all of a sudden on a PLE, you get a big name match. You know what I'm saying? And you win. Now, when you talk shit to a nigga like Briggs, which or like INKSLINGER, when you're like making your name up like this, now you have the right because you got to win over DBD or you got to win over like a Hitman or like a big name like that. You know what I'm saying? So now if you got to win like that. Now you got my attention. Now if you say something to me, be like, bro, I'll pack you the fuck up. Stop playing with me. Now we're gonna make the match happen. But if you do all that talking and you still on the losing streak and you lose to the big name at a PLE, don't come at me. Like, don't come at Briggs. Don't come at a big name like that talking about like, yeah, I want you. Like, bro, you can't. Like, why? You get what I'm saying? Like,
let me insert this real quick because I see what John before you answer
that, like a lot of people will take offense to that because they'll look at it and that's when like the cornball in them kicks in and they want to leave companies and they want to like retire e-feds and talk shit about you in another e-fed when they join another one. Talking about, oh, you don't know how to do shit and your shit or whatever. But in reality, it's like it does not overlooking you because it's like, yo, he's not gonna book you against Briggs because first of all, Briggs is not paying attention to you, and second, like, dude, you lost 10 matches in a row. You got one win out of 10 matches, so you're 1-9. You expect to fight Briggs for the breakthrough championship? Like, how is that possible?
All the shit at that point don't make sense. Let me address this shit real.
Like, I get what I'm trying to say, though,
I get you, but let me address it real quick because I see what John said. John said, I'm calling all of you out. Stop thinking it's just you. Here's the thing. When it comes to Wiggy probably don't even remember this. Wiggy probably don't even remember this, but he can, but he probably don't even remember this. But my first fight against Wiggy, I lost. I lost my first fight against Wiggy. It was in a different company, and I didn't even I didn't know who Wiggy was. I don't even pay attention to the company like that. But me and Wiggy were both there, and I just so happened to jump in the show, and I seen that I lost, and I was like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" And then we went, and then I seen him in another company. Shout out to that company over there. We're gonna just say Dragons Ain't Real. But I seen him in another company, and I was like, "This guy is making his rounds."
Frosty, the snowman.
I seen Wiggy when he was over there. I didn't lose to Wiggy over there in his company. I lost to Wiggy in a different company, but I seen him over there as well. So I was like, this guy's making his rounds. Then when I seen him in GEW, I was like, oh shit, he finally over here. I said, that's dope. You know what I mean? And me and Wiggy just never so happened to cross paths since then. And one day I just so happened to jump in a fight club while you're live, and Wiggy was like, I want to fight Briggs. You know what I mean? So but I understand how Wiggy rolled too. I know he's calling out everybody because that's just who he is. But my take on that was, why is everybody coming for me? Wiggy coming for me? Okay, now I got to get this set, because I had spoke to A-Dot weeks before that when me and Afterburn got booked, and I told A-Dot then it needs to be me and Wiggy. He was like, man, I got something big. You and Wiggy could probably cook for 26. So I said, bet. Well, we'll just go with the Afterburn shit, because me and Afterburn were talking shit in the chat. So it ended up being me and Afterburn. But I was asking for Wiggy then. So then when me and Wiggy do clash, then it just is what it is. But for the fact that I seen him call me out in the Fight Club chat, I'm like, I'm just going to make this happen. You know what I mean? But it's not even to just Wiggy. It's to everybody wants to fight the guy who's up there. A-Dot to tell you for himself, because A-Dot done said, man, it's time for me to get back to the world title. And I was like, nah, I can deal with the side missions. After Hitman lost the Fly Guy, he was like, you trying to go for it? I was like, nah, I do deal with the side missions. Who else you got? That's how Tyler Jones got put in the place. Even though he had Tyler Jones on the list, because A-Dot gave me a list beforehand. You know what I mean? Everybody is still going to want to fight that guy who's been at that position. I don't have to ask for matches. I don't have to call people. I haven't even been on a GEW show in weeks.
Yeah, that's true. So that tag
weeks. How about me? I'm the fucking face of GEW, and I haven't been booked.
So hold on.
Well, you suck.
Hold on a minute here. Hold on. Now there's a lot of questions questions answered, and I appreciate it. But the one I asked is, I want to see Briggs in a story. Me and Briggs have never worked anything together. I don't know if we will. I don't know what's coming up. Not my job to take care of all that. But what does a long term or a medium term, any term, Briggs storyline look like? That's the question I asked. I've seen the video promos you do, the workout. I see the work you do. It's fucking fire. I've seen you help people backstage. You got a heart of gold on you. But I haven't seen anything outside of the Briggs and Sergeant General when it comes to
it depends, because right now me and Vega have a storyline, but at the same time I got so much shit going on, and Vega got shit going on outside the game shit. There's just personal shit. It's been, and only people that really know that knew this as of now is Hitman and A-Dot. My motivation for this shit been shot. I don't give a fuck about really doing this shit like this, because there's so much shit I got going on outside of this. And then when I come into this, it's a whole bunch of other shit that I could give a fuck about. So my motivation been kind of shot. Why I haven't been running the show. My show the other day was just my coming back. Oh, all right, let's go ahead and get back into this. I can, start cooking up again. But as far as the storyline goes, it depends on who the person is, what their motivation is, how we plan on running this shit. It's a lot that goes into it behind the scenes. I'm not going to hit you up and like, yeah, let's just do this. Like, we can come up with a whole story. And on top of that, also it depends on the promotion. So in GW, we run a lot of heavy backstage attacks and all of that shit. And then it's a lot of cooking backstage. And it's not just between me and this person. It's other people that are put into this storyline. For me, it's never a one-on-one. You know what I mean? Right. I can if it was a me and Mad King thing, A-Dot got to be brought into it. Hitman got to be brought into it. We might even throw Jay Money into the shit, because there's so many ties to Briggs, and there could be so many ties to Mad King. So it's a bunch of stuff that has to go into a storyline with me. The only person that I can really actually have a one-on-one right now is probably DVD, because me and DVD history go back that long. to where
That's a fact.
this shit just picked up from jump and it just continues. I can talk shit to DBD tomorrow. We could set up a big ass match for Breakthrough, even though Breakthrough is probably in like A. said, 48 to 72 hours.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? That
Break
type
it
of
up.
shit.
Yeah.
we cooking.
If you had the opportunity right now, knowing what you know, to run a story with somebody, who would it be?
Me personally,
Anybody on the roster? Yep, you personally. If
it'd probably
it had to be a good 3 to 4 week story.
it'll probably be Fly Guy because me and Fly Guy got the history. Me, like Fly Guy said, we as far as 1-on-1s, I'm up. I'm up 1-0, but Fly Guy has it. Everybody is looking at Fly Guy now as one of Mad King's side guys. Not no disrespect to Fly Guy either, because I personally think Fly Guy is one of the ones. But you under the foundation that Fly Guy is good enough to be his own boss. He good enough to be one of the ones. But when niggas look at the foundation, we know Mad King because you done put it into perspective. Like
foundation,
it's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's the same thing as the Hive. It's the same thing as the Hive. Garmer's that guy. Even though I fuck with Big Mike, Garmer's that guy. He let it be known. I'm the leader here. You know what I mean?
With the foundation, we can say the same thing though. There's no
True.
boss.
I'm not saying that you can't. It's the same thing how y'all look at the club. Y'all think I'm the boss of the club, but I'm not. I started the club, but the first person I brought in was Hitman. Hitman is my guy. So if y'all look at me like I'm the guy, y'all gotta look at Hitman like he the guy. You know what I mean? And the thing about it is Hitman put that work in.
Right.
You know?
He did. He has.
So
if I was to do a story, I'm gonna say Fly Guy, but I want Fly Guy to be Fly Guy. I don't want Fly Guy to be Mad King Homie. I want Fly Guy to be that nigga. Like when he was the world champion, I could have told A-Dot me and Fly Guy now, because Fly Guy actually, like I said this earlier in the chat. I said when you guys were talking about, we can take a match and make it the main event and the world title don't got to be involved, and I said I did that. It's because we set that whole shit up to where it was a fatal 5-way, the IC title and the BST title on the line. Demon and Khan, y'all open up the show, and we gonna close this shit out. Even the event before that, me, DBD, and Fly Guy had the best match on that PLE. That's a fact. I don't care who want to argue that shit's a fact. So when I step in that ring with Fly Guy, when it's me and Fly Guy, I want Fly Guy to be him. I don't want him to be a part of the foundation. I don't want him to be a part of no other damn entity. He know who I am, and I know who he is. I want me and Fly Guy.
Now, how does him being in the foundation make it any different the way his car?
Because he gets looked at as under you, and on top of that, Fly Guy been losing. He lost to Psycho a couple weeks ago. Again, not to put any downplay on Psycho or nothing like that. It was a dope ass match, but at the same time, that ain't Fly Guy.
Yeah, losing to Psycho.
When Fly Guy won the world title, he put together this video package that made him look like, damn, I came from the bottom and I'm here. Yep. And now everybody look at you as you Mad King homie.
But ain't that
not saying that he
as DBD's homie?
Huh?
You were DBD's homie at first.
DBD's homie?
Yeah, exactly.
You still get looked at as DBD homie from some of us. I mean, granted, and then look, this is no disrespect to you because you definitely stepped out. Like I said, I told you this before. You've been proving yourself. You went about it the right way, but everybody is still going to look at you as a branch of DBD. On top of that, I think one of the things that is, even though you haven't actually put it out there, I mean, you put it out there in the groups. DBD went and got his whole fit done with, followed up with it. And I know your character. I know that even though that it's probably not something that you do it's something you do probably to pay homage and stuff like that. The same way you did the Bret Hart thing, the Chris Benoit thing. I fuck with it, but at the same time, it's looked at as he's still behind DBD instead of just that's Mad King. I'm gonna keep it G with you. I thought the fit was cool, and I see the pattern on the back. That's a Mad King thing, but I want Mad King. I don't want DBD, homie. It's never going to be that for me with anybody. Ink told you before he was with the Blood Island. Cool. Yep. When Ink stepped out on his own, that's that nigga.
Right.
That's
Fuck
Ink.
Blood Island, you heard?
He gonna hold on.
Just how to keep it real. We're all holding
Yeah,
on.
hit me.
There you go.
We can hear you.
Yeah, my shit blacked out for a second. Yeah, Ink stepped out on his own. I'm like, that's Ink. He ain't Blood Island. That's even when it comes to Blood Island. Now, even with Blood Island, I get that they stand out on their own. They do their own shit. I fuck with it. You know what I mean? Shout out to them guys. Ty stepped out on his own. It's Ty. And Ty stepped out on his own and made the flock.
Hey, hold on. I made that man, okay? Let's not forget.
I don't see the similarities between me and DBD anymore. I get it, we both do the scumbag thing, but it's completely different.
Gotcha.
I'm trying to draw the line to see where I could be different, because when I dropped the mask, that was when I was trying to the whole separation thing.
The separation. Oh, we get more into it. Don't worry.
All right, say that again. My bad. Say that again. I didn't.
Go ahead. Say
that again. I didn't hear you.
Me or?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, you.
I don't see the similarities between me and DBD right now. It's a scumbag thing, but it's complete different levels. Like when I dropped the mask, that was where it's separated.
But then you went and put on a mask from Ego. Who put on a mask from Ego before you?
Wait, I never put on a mask from Ego.
You got one on your update. The Ego attire that you just did.
Oh, I do have an Ego attire. Yes, I do have an Ego attire.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
that's what I said. I said you didn't actually put it out there for people to grab, but it's out there.
The Ego.
So it's still like a.
The ego attire thing, though. The ego attire thing, respectfully, like that doesn't make him like the junior DBD thing, because I was getting heat for the ego thing too. Like the ego.
You were, but I'm not talking. But I'm not talking about the heat that you get. I'm talking about the branch. He's still looked at as a branch from DBD because of the steps to follow from DBD. Because when you came out with the attire, I remember he hit Ego and said, "Ego hit my DM right now."
Yeah,
I remember it.
I like Ego's attires. I always have. I asked him for an attire 4 months ago, and he had like 3 people lined up. He said, "I'll get back to you," and he never did.
And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but what I'm saying is we look at it as, oh shit, DVD got the Ego attire, and then here comes Mad King with the Ego attire right after. I know Ego works on the tires, so I get what you're saying. It for you, it wasn't a look of I'm following DVD, but from us on the outside looking in, we're looking at that because we don't have no insight on that. We're not oh shit, Mad King been waiting for this attire. We look at it like, here go Mad King coming right behind DVD with with the Ego attire, and we already giving DVD flack for this shit. What, you want flack for this shit too? A-Dot is the perfect one to provide it for you. Look at you looking like Ego's sons.
Oh yeah, man.
You know, you see what I'm saying? So that goes.
A-Dot went as far as saying, "Yo, I'm not booking you until you fucking come out with DBD. Like, be DBD again, and then I'll book you." Like, he dead ass hit me behind the scenes. He was like, "I don't care how you feel about it." Because he's my brother. He can talk to me like that.
Ego is like great work and shit, but it just makes like, you know.
Ego's goated. No disrespect to Ego. Ego's goated. But like, I asked him for that in the beginning of the season. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's the thing. Right. The only thing is, like, I get it. Like, y'all want me to be my character. Don't be like, I just came out of like a rough 25. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, in and out of character. So my 26 should be me, not somebody else who gave me like the thing. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm already myself. I already established myself as myself. You know what I'm saying? Like,
now look. I want to say this to Mad King.
Yep.
What you do is I understand the gimmick. I get it, and sometimes that shit is fire. Like I said, the Chris Benoit shit, the fucking Rob Van Dam shit. the fucking Bret Hart shit. If y'all would have won that match, I definitely would have booked the Bret Hart match. I don't like your dislikes for Bret Hart, but I see where you're coming from, and I would have booked the match. It's fire, but that's guys outside of EFED. When it comes to EFED, like I said, I'm not downing you or downplaying you or even trying to disrespect you or nothing like that.
Right.
Everybody looks at you as as a branch of DVD. So when I say that I want Fly Guy, and I want Fly Guy as Fly Guy, I want him to stand in that ring against me as that top guy that he was, rather than being a branch of Mad King. You know what I mean? It's the same thing when I see Jacob Evans. He's a branch of Mad King. Even though he came in by himself, and don't get me wrong, Jacob Evans been whooping ass too. Mm-hmm. He establishing himself as one of those guys. And I'm not saying
26, honestly.
Huh?
Fly Guy, he's just having a rough 26.
That, like I said, that too. He first of all, he's like I said, comes in and he the loss to Tyler Jones, then beating Tyler Jones, and then losing the title again right after that, and then start somewhat on the downfall. But I know Fly Guy has the potential to get back to where he was and be that guy. You know what I mean? But it's hard to be that guy. But it's hard to be that guy when you're in a faction and everybody is that guy, because it really don't always work like that. Again, like I said, y'all can dispute over who's the head of the club between me and Hitman, but as long as y'all disputing, me and Hitman know what's going on, and it's always going to play out like that. It's always going to play out like that. You know what I mean? Yep. Y'all can dispute it, but at the same time, you can't discredit Hitman because he still does his shit. You can't discredit me because I've been that guy. Yep. Me, I created a whole thing of 2-belt Briggs, and that shit is not just in GEW. That's everywhere. It's like I told Garma earlier, if you want, but you and Michael might as well go for the tag title. And he was like, we got other things to focus on. Well, you in a faction, bro. Go for everything. I don't ask A-Dot for opportunities. A-Dot come to me and be like, so what you think about this? Book it. You know what I mean? Put everything on the table. Grab everything. Because at the end of the day, when they talk about you, when they go, oh yeah, that guy Briggs, man, Briggs was collecting everything at one point. 2-belt Briggs. It's an actual thing.
What's going on right now after the GW breaking point? You don't really want to go too deep into any story if someone's going to try to tell a story, just because especially if someone like wants a certain title or something. Just because
I still think Briggs is trash though.
You're gonna always think that, but I beat your ass. Like
that's what I'm talking about. That's the only thing that Briggs does. He lives in the past. What about the future, bro? You know,
in the future, in the future, I'll beat your ass again, and you're still gonna be here at this. You're still gonna be here at this point to myself. You talking about the past again?
Yeah,
it's a reoccurring thing, but I fuck with you though, and you and if anybody know that, you know that. I fuck with you, but we always gonna have this dispute because and don't get me wrong, because you beat me before, so you know how it goes. I'm gonna beat, but I've beaten you a lot more than you beat me. I'm gonna beat you, and then you're gonna be like, I need to fight Briggs again. I don't care what nobody says.
I'm always gonna have to fight that Briggs, because you know why? Because you walk around here talking about Big Daddy this and I'm the fake pump daddy. You know what I'm saying? Come on now.
I never called myself Big Daddy Briggs. Tessa did that, and I just ran with it.
No, I've seen it in the chat a couple times.
I dig it. It's all good. I just fuck around. But, I'll say anything, bro. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, me too, man. I don't give a fuck.
Have fun with this shit, bro. Like I'm down for everything.
To me, that's the main thing. We all have fun with this shit.
That's the whole thing. That's why.
Like I said, when
that's why I was trying to tell
sucking the fun out is when I don't have fun no more. And when what I'm saying, and I'll let you know when I ain't having no fun, because I'll let you fuck. I'll start talking mad stupid shit.
Pause.
But for real, like storylines now, they're gonna be on hold for a second. Just because these surprise shows,
That's another thing we gotta. And if you pay attention, You see what I just put back and forth with Johnny in the chat.
I know.
I just did that shit just to throw that out there. Why? Because he's calling out Briggs. Like I said before, Johnny is one of those guys. I done beat Johnny like a few times, and he'll come back around and be like, "Well, you beat Johnny, but you didn't beat Michael Hernandez, bro. You the same dude." Like, what
I think
the fuck?
the only person he really haven't beat is Sergeant General, to be honest with you. But that's besides the point right now.
Yeah,
because Sergeant General ducks.
Hold up, real quick, because we're off topic real quick. So let me ask INKSLINGER right quick. What's something about life as
touch out in and out.
before the global umbrella and before ULW that you learned that you brought into the EFED world since 22? Because in 22 you had a rough start, obviously, because you went the wrong companies and shit. What, you know what I'm saying? Like, what was the question? Like, what was like something that you learned from that? Yeah, my bad. What was something that you learned from that? Like, it basically that's like the independents, like the indies. What do you learn from that?
Not everybody
that you
built
brought into like, you know, the global umbrella and like other places that you're in that are not global umbrella that you're having fun with.
That would still be that not everybody's built the same. Like, I learned real
Appreciate
quick.
that. I see that. Let's go.
Years that I learned real quick in the first like year or 2 years I was in EFEDs that like EFED to do one of two things. You'll either thrive or you'll die, because it ends up becoming things of like people don't know how to keep
like separate like
keep
separate like
that-
your real
separate,
feelings to the game feelings.
they don't understand that shit's a fucking fantasy. You know what I mean?
Of course, and like you're saying, and like not to bring them back up again, and like not no disrespect kind of form, but like you have people that we treat like psycho, like every single person gets on them, and nobody wants to fight him because they're like, yo, this guy's a bum, like boom boom. But you know, we do have to book him, and he does have to get his opportunities and whatever, right? But like you have people like that, and like if we treated you like that, like for example, of every chat that you walked into and they always did the same shit like we do to him to you, like, you know, some people are not built for that. Like they don't have tough skin, like Usa, like Demon X says. You gotta have tough skin to fuck with us, because we'll say some shit where it looks like, for example, like Briggs will say some shit like, yo, my new theme song for DBD is gonna be I'm Your Dad. You know what I'm saying? But that's not saying but that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like in character, that shit sells, that shit is cooking, like that shit is fire, right? Because I'm not taking offense to it and I come with my response.
But sell it.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta sell it, right? So now you see how literally he could say that and I could literally step out of character and be like, yo, bro, my mom's dead, my nigga. Like, why are you saying shit like that? Like, how dare you say some fucking, get what I'm trying to say? You know what I mean? Like, I could take it personal on some like, yo, my nigga, what are you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not built like that because we're all having fun with this shit and we know our limits. Get what I'm saying? So like,
can I say something real quick just to jump in on that? All right, so I posted that after and we are, you know, RIP moms, you know what I'm saying?
No, of course, nigga, bro. That I'm
when I posted,
like, it's not.
I get what you're saying. Yeah. When I posted that, I know it's certain people that I can go there with, and I'm like, DVD does that shit. He be like, these are my sons. He always claims me and Todd as his sons because of the rivalry that we all have. But I'm like, this nigga gonna stop calling me his name. I'm older than this nigga by some years. So, and the funny thing is, me and Hitman was talking. The first time I posted that, me and Hitman was actually talking about that video weeks before that. So when I posted that shit, it's hilarious. It's just something to joke about. But I know DVD's not going to take it on a personal level because he's still talking in character as DVD versus Briggs.
What I'm saying is, the time I've been in EFEDs, what I've learned is if you think you're tough skinned, join an E-Fed for a month, and you'll absolutely see how either tough skinned or how soft you actually are.
Mm-hmm. You're right about that.
If you want to test,
Hold up.
If you want to test how tough your skin is, come in our community and test how tough your skin is. Come
I
on,
mean,
with our Globe Umbrella shit.
Yeah, but at the same time, like I've
there might be worse communities, not
been part of different communities. Like they're all kind of the same. It's all kind of the same situation, no matter what E-Fed you go to. Like when I was
rebound off that. After you finish that, I'm gonna rebound off that. Go ahead.
All right, my son just came downstairs real quick. I'm gonna bounce. I will jump back on in a little bit if I can.
We'll see you in like 2.5
hours.
Yeah, something like that, huh?
Make sure you jump back in so we can give you that outro again. Nah, but yeah, finish.
Just since I've been part of different communities in the community, like it doesn't really matter where you go, because if you think you're tough skinned, you can go to any of these and you can find out how soft you actually are. Because like not everybody, cause since nobody knows anybody,
Here you know, D.
People, like for example, like DVD and A Dot know each other in real life, but DVD might go to an E-Fed that where he doesn't know any fuck about it. So like nobody knows that his mom is passed. So that being said, like somebody might be like, your fucking mother, and then that might fucking just make DVD lose it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it depends on the context how you're using it. You get what I'm saying? So like, if you're talking about the DBD cause, mom, if you're talking about DBD's call, like you could talk about Dynamite Daisy. Dynamite Daisy is technically, that's like my lady's fucking face scan, whatever. But she's like a made up character. Like the person's name, like I know that actual name, the name that I named her, like. Her name was Diana, whatever. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The whole thing is like, I named her at a specific person because that's just what popped in my head. And I made a profile for her based on the DBD guy character, but in a female aspect. Like if it was a female, like my little sister or some shit, for example, like how would I address how my little sister would be like me, but in a female way? That's basically the Dynamite Daisy character. Now, these guys know all that behind the scenes. Like all these guys, Briggs, A Dot, X, everybody runs the show. And if I give you Daisy, boom, I'll give you Daisy because that's my female call as me representing the brand as in a female perspective. Get what I'm saying? So I don't drop promos for her. I don't do nothing. I might give you like a little picture of, like a little magazine or whatever the fuck, shit like that. But like that's it. Like you're not gonna get a promo from Daisy, like because I'm not a female and I'm not gonna give you no female shit. I'm just gonna say, yo, I'll pack a bitch up and that's it. You hoes ain't about that. You know what I mean? But now, what I'm basically saying is like, I have tough skin where I let these guys like A-Dot be like, yo, this fucking porn star slut. Like, look at this fucking slut, this dirty bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like what Briggs says, like, yo. But you know what I'm saying? Like Briggs and these guys, they all go crazy like that. You know what I'm saying? But they're like, yo, but they know the concept behind the character. That's what I'm trying to say. But now if I go, like you said, to like a random E-Fed where I don't know nobody and I'm just new there, like DBD, like whatever I think of myself, I have to scratch all of that because this is a brand new place and I don't know literally nobody there. So I'm starting from scratch. That's the same thing I did in ULW. Shout out again to Blood Iden. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jackson Gaming. I think he changed his name to Blood Iden Blood Chief, some shit like that. I don't know your name right now. My bad off rip. But anyway, shout out to you. And like over there, like they know DBD as from what I just tell them and what Briggs and Hitman and everybody else tells because I know them through them. You know what I'm saying? So they were like, yo, these niggas are good. They solid. Boom, boom. And I was like, I bet. And I know where they came from. I know that Jackson, like you said, he came from those 3 letters that nobody fucks with. And it's funny how it's amazing how those 3 letters was like the main problem for GW when we first started because of like stealing ideas. So that means that you guys were running on shit based on us. Like whatever you guys were doing when y'all were there, is based on what he saw from us, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he stole all that from us and basically ran with it. You know what I mean? And it's just like, I look at it like that's crazy. Like, look how the world, like how the tables turn when we literally said nothing about them. We didn't say shit besides defend ourselves when we had to. And they kept on with like throwing shots and all this and that. But the moral is, like, when you start in a new place, you got to start from scratch. So like, I'm DBD and I know who I am because I've been promoting myself since 2K22 and it's 2K26 right now. So any EFED that I pop up to in Twitch, like randomly, even if you're like a random person who just started streaming today, you may know who I am because of the Facebook posts from like 2K22. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you got to have tough skin. So you can't come. I can't come to your EFED, and I can't go to ULW, and like, I made friends in ULW. I know my limits because I know how to play my character. I'm not gonna disrespect the person behind your character. I'm gonna disrespect you the best way I can without offending you. I'm not gonna call you a fag. I'm not gonna call you a dick sucker. I'm not gonna say you a pussy or nothing like that. I may say some shit like, yo, you're acting like a bitch. And you got like female ways where only pussies do shit like that, you know. But I'm not literally saying, yo, Briggs, you a pussy, because like, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't go to Briggs and be like, yo, my nigga, go suck a. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't, because that's disrespect. That's not even in character. You know what I'm saying? That's not in character. But I can't go to Briggs and be like, yo, Briggs, next time I see you in the arena or next time I see you anywhere, parking lot, anywhere, the bodega, I'm slapping your fucking face. See how I said that? Where it sounds like, whoa. Like, if you're a brand new person and you saw me say that to him, you'd be like, yo, wait. So now, you being a new person, you would think that you could talk to Briggs like that, or you could talk to me like that. You get what I'm trying to say? And that's where we got to check you and be like, yo, hold up. Who are you? You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's another reason that we respect INKSLINGERs in the community, because when you came in talking trash as a wrestler and as as an opponent, as a competitor. You didn't come in on some like, yo, DBD, go suck a dick, you fucking faggot. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't come in shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy because niggas talk like that. But go ahead, dog.
So this shit, like, Ink can verify. So during New Year's, there was supposed to be a story cooking up and shit where Savage was supposed to have Crazy Joker with INKSLINGER. It was supposed to be some kind of fucking crazy story that they were gonna run, but due to Savage's, like, circumstances and work and shit and all this and that never came, to the table for us to actually present. So
right,
yeah, that was gonna be some crazy shit, bro. But fucking Savage, man. Shout out to Savage, shout out to Ink. He was like, yeah, we got to cook. Yeah. Hopefully, something down the line come like that. Out of those two teaming up, because they had some dope shit to bring forward at 25.
To rebound off that real quick before you switch it up, to Ink, there's any faction that you're a part of in the community that within the global umbrella? Because in the global umbrella, from what I seen in TXT, I don't know, I seen you say some shit about Asylum and all that, but I didn't really see any partners. I don't know who you really teamed up with. Do you have like
he was the Asylum? They got a whole damn faction. It's a bunch of them motherfuckers.
Who are those people? And like, are they you? Me. Like playing those characters, or are they different active characters?
All the characters are me, but like, there's INKSLINGER, and he's my main call. Then there's Pumpkin Jack, who literally just came about because WWE has that pumpkin head on their like in one of their tabs.
Okay.
And I was like, you know what? I want to do something with that. I don't know what I want to do with it, but I'm going to do something with it. And so, like, I started with that and made it like a punk rocker guy. And then slowly, he just kind of like started to like slowly like take a different approach. And like right now, he's like totally different from the way he was when I first made him.
Copy. So let me ask again, considering that you are this faction, whatever, right? If coincidentally you do lose the mask in your GW match, and you know, is that Inkslinger without the mask a real character? You already have that all set up. Are you ready? Like you said earlier, you already thinking ahead. And
Yeah.
is
all
that
set.
is that
Move
Inkslinger without the mask gonna continue on in your career in other E-Feds as well, or is just gonna be as a story as
it's
Inkslinger in
okay.
GW?
Okay.
And,
So it's a story everywhere. Okay,
copy.
like I want to say it's all the same story everywhere except for TXT and ASW. Those are the only two places that it's either not happening
All right.
or
Hold up, because there's another part of that question too. It's the same as that question, but also considering that you are fighting for this prize, as that's your losing like perspective. You got to know off the mask, but if you win, you get a title. You get the Bosco Championship. The Bosco Championship in GW is technically under the global umbrella, considered a cross brand. Now, to ADOT, this considers you too in this question. Is the Bosco title gonna continue to be like cross brand if Inkslinger wins, or we're gonna work on the global?
We're working on the global thing. After everyone's next
copy
pay-per-view is when we're gonna sit down, get the draft going, talk about who we want, draft and shit. And then at our next pay-per-views is when we should be able to have our matches and then go from there. So I'm thinking July is when you'll see the global title have a, first time new, global undisputed champion.
I told y'all, just give me the belt, man. Just give me the belt.
That's what we just to get, because everyone's signing new people as well. So, let them get some shine. We got these surprise shows also. I know everyone's working on their pay-per-views as well. So there's a lot, happening within the next month, of course. But I think we'll have the draft and everybody ready to go by the June pay-per-views, which for me is Baptized in Blood. So that's a huge
talk about it. That's a huge pay-per-view. That's the birth of your boy. But yeah, next thing finish. Yeah, that was just the title belt, because the Bosco was technically the
it was a cross brand. But yeah, we're coming up with something. We got something bigger, and we're ready to let these young guys, and veterans. Someone's gonna be the first crowned ever global.
I told you it's already DMX, bro. Quit playing. Just
I
give
don't
me my belt.
I think you just walk around with that media title and you're good, bro. That's it.
Just give me my belt. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, you know what? It's funny.
Honestly, you're a legendary television champion. Like,
hey, but you know what? I want to say this though.
Fail to be on TV. Like you deserve to like have that shit on your attire. Like to have that belt on your attire, kind of shit. Like, yo, my nigga, like I'm like I defended this belt like 30 times, like realistically. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like all together.
It was funny because today in the chat, right?
Altogether, you're probably on to like 15 or some shit like that, right?
Yeah,
like,
15. I'm on 15. No, earlier in the chat 15. Today, I was telling motherfuckers like, hey, I'm more important than the goddamn world champion. Who the fuck's a world champion?
Nah, you can't say that. Jay Prince is the world champion.
You might as well say, hey,
I know. I don't know about that.
Who is it?
Yeah, I don't know.
I didn't hear you. What happened? What's his name again?
Shout out to Jay Prince. You already know.
Get the fuck out of here. Jay Prince ain't no champion.
Get the fuck out of here, man. But anyway, Inkslinger. So yeah, Ink, right? Like finish your answer. My bad, we cut you off and we went off. But yeah, go for it.
I know you're good. Like, but now what I'm saying is like the mask storyline, like that's it's going on everywhere, but not actually everywhere. Like in ASW, the story's changed a little bit. I haven't even talked about anything at TXT with it yet. And then like over in ULW, it'll change too. But storylines have to go in place.
Right. Well, because you see, like the reason I asked that is because, like, as you can see, under the umbrella like TXT is part of the umbrella, even though TXT has like people on his roster that ASW the same. Like they have people in their same thing with Demons Funhouse. Like they have people in their roster that are not like in GW and like vice versa. Like they're not in like TXT, ASW, whatever, right? So when it comes to this global title, this is gonna be good. So the reason I asked is like Briggs pretty much almost connected like what's going on in GW to what's going on in TXT also. You know what I'm saying? Let me put an example. In GW, I'm I'm in the Grave Diggers. We call ourselves the OGD, which is the original Grave Diggers, right? This is a team founded by me, Demon X, the Grim Lord, which is Tolo's. Shout out to Navy Man, and SGK. You know what I mean? So this is our team.
Yeah, SGK not in no more.
He's with the error code.
Shit, that's right. He's not.
Who?
But anyway, so it's SGK. SGK, my bad. But it was us three.
I forgot, bro.
Yeah, I forgot that too. That's crazy. That's crazy because I made a fucking portrait and he's in it. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is, right? Like he connected it because I earned my spot as a number one contender in a title match, and the champion for that title happens to be the Grim Lord. So he understood. The owner of TXT understood that we're a team in GW. So it's like, you really want to fight this nigga, or you gonna like, what do you want to do? So he basically came to us and he was like, what do you want to do? But knowing me, he didn't even have to ask me because he already knew. Like he basically told me, he was like, yo, I'm gonna go ask Grim Lord what you want to do because I already know what you're gonna do. And I was like, yo, I'm gonna pack this nigga up. I don't care if he's my brother, but I'm gonna beat the shit out of him respectfully. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I'm still playing my character. You get what I'm saying? So he understood that. That's what like it makes it so much fun, bro. Like I can go to TXT and like literally I feel like I'm still watching the continuance of what just happened in GW. Like in GW, me and Grimlord probably beat the shit out of somebody together, right? But then all of a sudden we got a match in TXT and we have a promo and everything at each other. Like we literally have a press conference. So we're looking at it like, yo, he's talking respect. Well, he kind of talked respectfully on some like, yo, still gonna be my brother, win or lose, bam, bam, bam. But I came at him on some like, yeah, you're my brother and all that, but this is for something that I need. You know what I'm saying? Because that's my character. He understands my character and he didn't feel offended by it or nothing. And we cooking. But this is what I'm saying. How do you feel about continuing the story? So like, you just lost your mask. For example, you didn't lose it, but if you did, would that count in TXT and ASW as well, considering that they are part of the umbrella? Which you don't have to do that in ULW because ULW is ULW. But you get what I'm trying to say? Like, still in the global umbrella, even though TXT and ASW book and Demons Funhouse, they all book matches according to their way, their style. It doesn't matter if friends or not. Like they still book their matches, but they still consider the fact that, oh, but you are a team with this person over here. Get what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like me and Todd Wilson fought for the number one contender, but before we fought, we had to earn that in a tag team match. You know what I'm saying? So like me and him won in a tag team tournament kind of thing, and the winner of that tournament has to fight each other for the number one contender to fight this guy. So I'm basically fighting again my teammate twice. So I fought my teammate that got me to the opportunity, and I'm fighting my teammate who's actually my brother in the actual EFED that I'm running a storyline with. Because GW, everybody understands now, and you understanding that GW is 100% based on storylines. We don't go by, oh, I want to fight INKSLINGER today. Oh, not today because I booked you fight. I want to fight him next week. Or I want to fight him you know what I'm saying? Like they're going to make it happen. But GW is like, yeah, it doesn't make sense for you to fight INKSLINGER right now because I got you like fighting this guy and shit. Like you can fight INKSLINGER maybe in TXT or in ASW or Demons Funhouse, but you can't fight him in GW because I got a story with it like already booked for you and him. You know what I'm saying? So like my question, are you going to continue the story, win or lose with the thing? The belt is not going to be on the line, obviously, because we got something planned for the cross brand now.
I would say yeah. Like storyline goes forward either way.
So you're willing to lose the mask in TXT as well, and in ASW and Demons Funhouse. But
Yeah,
Demons
because
Funhouse is basically
like
Inkslinger is whoever Inkslinger looks like now is that's how he's gonna look in Demons Funhouse too, because you're
right.
your alter
Like
ego, and you don't have one because you're already dark. You know what I'm saying? So,
my thing is that I'm big on like the continuity in the character. So like if it happens in GW, I feel like it has to happen in like ULW or anywhere else because it doesn't make sense if I wear a mask in ULW, but then I don't have a mask in GW.
but but that's what I'm saying. You can do that in ULW because in ULW, like they're not really focused on what's going on in GW. You get what I'm saying? Or what's going on in TXT or what's going on in ASW. You get what I'm saying? Like ULW's like completely different. We fuck with them, but they're not, under the umbrella technically. Under what we mean by under the umbrella, everybody they do their own shit. It's just like we talk behind like the scenes, like all the bosses, which is 6 of us, and we'd be like, "Yo, listen, I'm gonna do this and this and that. Like this is a dope idea, right?" And like we'll be like, "Oh yeah, that's a dope idea," or we'll be like, "Oh nah, that idea, I don't know, maybe you should try this." Like we all give each other advice and we work through things, but we don't interfere in other people's shit. But
Right.
like I just said, like Briggs, like did like that thing that I just told you, like me and Grimlord are literally like we're in a faction together. Like that's like blood. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm literally fighting him in TXT, but considering that it's a different promotion and a different belt, I'm still the same guy, and he's still the same guy as he is in GW. You get what I'm saying? It's just like, yo, we're doing this for the check, and we're doing this for the prize. You get what I'm saying? So, like you said, yeah, you're willing to do it, so I get it, but you don't have to do it in URW. Is what I'm trying to say, because
I know.
URW is like a whole different. If they got their own storylines over there going, that's their own thing. You know what I mean?
Right, but
Like,
I mean, like
you got, because like what I started doing is like what I do is like I write a promo, for example.
We've been in every EFED since we've been in EFED. Like almost every EFED Todd's a part of, I've either been a part of or am a part of.
On it.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Where did I go?
I'm right here though.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's dope. Briggs, what do you feel about that? Oh, Briggs just lost. We lost Briggs too. What's going on way down in Briggs, yeah?
I'm probably that should be kicking you out, bro. Like that, I think
Yeah,
like
no, it's y'all niggas on y'all end.
oh, stop it. That's your shit. Then quit playing.
How is it me?
I don't know. I'm just saying. You want to blame it on something? Put the blame on you. You know what I'm saying? I blame DVD for this. Nah, it's fucking with you.
That's right. All right. So, Ink, if you can step in the ring with any wrestler, legend, past or present, who would it be and why?
I would probably say Sting.
Did we lose him too?
Yo,
nah, I'm here. My bad.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't hear him. I can't hear you though.
Now we lost Dot because his internet. So his internet's down. He'll be up in a sec as soon as he gets running.
I would say probably Sting.
Any legend, and this could be like like Hulk Hogan type of nigga, Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, Stone Cold.
That should be Austin. We should ask like a 2-part question.
That's 2 part. That is a 2-part question because that's a real life one, and then who's one in the EFED? Yeah. So, but let's start with the real life one. You know what I'm saying, and why?
Like I would probably say Sting and Stone Cold.
Why Sting? And
shit!
Why Sting first?
Just bro, like childhood hero type.
Sting was goated.
Like him and Austin, childhood hero type. So like that would probably be the two.
I didn't like Sting with the dyke haircut. Like, you know, with the little
Nah,
ponytail and shit.
like
I didn't
Surfer
like that
Sting.
The Stinger,
I
didn't
wasn't
like
in for all that.
I liked the Crow Sting. That one
Yep.
was legit.
Oh
Same.
shit.
That brought me over to the Sting side of things.
Yeah, that one was legit. And so, why Sting? Because he's a legend, he's a hero, kind of shit.
Just that's just it.
What about Stone Cold?
Same, kind of the same thing. Like it's my hero. They're both my like childhood heroes from the two companies I remember I watched as a kid.
Mm.
Hell yeah, that shit was WWF and WCW.
Thanks.
I didn't. It's like, to be honest with you, like WCW. The only downfall the WCW really had was that they didn't have no storylines besides the NWO shit. And
Right.
since they didn't have no storylines, they figured, well, we might as well just draft all the big names. You know what I mean? So that's what made it like complicated. So you needed a hero, and that's why Sting was the hero, because Sting was the one that saved WCW and shit, I guess, from NWO. But then he went and joined them. Like, so that was like, what was the
See
point?
though, like, the older I get, and the more I find out that Sting was supposed to be the Hogan of the NWO, the more I'm like, God damn it, that would have been cool.
And shit would have been amazing. But actually, it actually did better as Hulk Hogan, because nobody really expected Hulk Hogan to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right,
to
but
be
I mean,
honest
at
with
the same time though, like that Hogan's the whole reason why that shit floundered as longer as it did.
it did. That's a reason. That's 100% accurate. The thing, yeah, but the thing with that is, like, this is a time in wrestling where Hulk Hogan is already an icon, right? So it's like, that's like Madonna or like Michael Jackson. As a matter of fact, that's like Michael Jackson in his like super prime, when he bleached himself and he became like white. That's like him saying fuck black people and fuck niggas. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because it's like, what? Like, why would you say that, Michael? If you're black yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though without the surgery and all that shit, you're black. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like you can't, you know what I mean? Like, so what Hogan did was, Hogan was like the face of all the like the kids at the time in like the 80s and 90s, which those kids were already growing up. Now in the 90s, those kids that looked up to Hulk Hogan as a little kid, like a toddler, and used to rip your shirts and whitey tighties, they looking at Hogan now as like, oh shit, look at Hulk Hogan here. And then all of a sudden he does some wild shit. And the only reason he did that is because in WWF, you got a motherfucker that's bald headed, who doesn't listen to the rules, who doesn't like touch people's hands when he walks through the crowd. He just goes, he gives you a fucking stunner, beats the shit out of you, and drinks beer and tells you to go fuck yourself, and he sticks his middle finger at the camera. You're competing with that now. So what's your option? You make the biggest childhood hero become the biggest piece of shit. And he's spray painting you. He's fucking over here with fucking rock stars coming out of limos. You know he's doing coke in those limos. You know he's banging sluts. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he's the guy that used to tell you drink your vitamins and drink milk and be healthy. Meanwhile, he's over here coming out of limos with champagne bottles, all fucked up and with sluts. And you, as a teenager, you look at that and you're like, yo, hell yeah. Wrestling is the shit, man. Like, wrestling was at its best when I was a teenager. Like the Attitude Era shit, that WCW, NWO shit, all that. That was the best time to do that. Because if they did that now, that shit will be canceled immediately. You know what I mean? Like, you can't show you, bitches can't show titties on TV no more. And they got a Netflix deal, which you can see
without the titties, like you couldn't do the NWO or DX anymore because everybody's too soft.
Yeah, and even though the females do it, like the females be like, "Suck it," like I see Jake
like out of character. Out of character. Fucking one of my favorite fucking members of DX is Billy Gunn.
Yeah, it's crazy how, like, if he would have told you back in the Attitude Era that he was gay, you wouldn't like fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? But now that he told you he's gay as an old man and like retired, you're like, oh, Billy was gay? I knew he was fucking gay. You know what I mean?
Like, damn. Like I had my assumptions. I had my assumptions when he did the Billy and Chuck thing, and I was like, "Oh, these fucking fags."
Yeah, 100%. I remember he did some when he did the whole the ass thing, and like he had Road Dogg like point at it and shit like that, and like Triple H and Shawn Michaels was like, "Oh, that's hot," like like shit like
Yeah,
that. I'm like, that's kind of a little weird. Like that's kind of gay. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And we didn't like considering that we were so into it. We didn't like pay no mind to that. We was like, it's nothing. Same thing with the whole when they did the blackface. Remember when X Pac came out? His face was
Yep.
all
As
black. He
Mark
had the
Henry.
afro.
Yeah.
He did the Mark Henry. I was like, yo, this is kind of like if you watch it now, you'd be like, yo, I get it. Like that's fucked up. But back then, that shit was hilarious. You were like, oh shit, that's funny. Even black people laughed at that. They were like, yo, it's comedy. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't like right now, Robert Downey Jr. can't fucking do Tropic Thunder right now at this time in
Bro.
2026. You know what I mean?
Hell.
Like they gotta be like, nah, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. White chicks won't pop right now.
Bro, I'm waiting on that scary movie, that new scary movie to come out because I know that's just like it's gonna flop with like the younger generation, but like our generation finna flock to that shit.
Yeah. I'm gonna bootleg it because I'm not gonna pay money to go to the theaters to watch that shit. I haven't been to the movies since like 2017, I think.
Damn.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Shit, why go to the movie? You can get that shit free, bro.
You get that shit for free. I got a computer. Shit. Let's talk about it. So, what's one thing you hope that you could bring to this community that sets you apart from everyone else?
I would probably say like just my own style of like creepy, because like I feel like comparatively to like everybody else that does like a creepy kind of gimmick, I feel like I've got the most, like I guess the best way to consider it would be like the most fleshed out.
You consider that gimmick more like a demon or more like something else in the horror thing? Because we got Demon X here. This is Demon King actually, but go ahead.
I'd probably say he's more, well, I'd say Inkslinger is probably more akin to like just like your typical slasher villain.
Copy. Yeah. That's what I was going for with the Reaper thing too. Like I wasn't going for like I'm like Undertaker or anything like that. You know what I mean? I was going for like I'm like a slasher with like a Reaper mask kind of thing. But
right.
I did the whole Midas thing where I wanted to look blinged out because I wanted to still be the scumbag inside at heart, but be the Reaper also like open. You know what I'm saying? Like this, like the Reaper gimmick, I'm still on the Reaper gimmick. Like this is the gimmick. You know what I mean? Like with OGD, you know what I mean? But like I said earlier, we connect stories in other places and shit. Same thing with Demons Funhouse. They connect the stories like that too. So, it's just the belts stay in that company till the global production comes out, which obviously everybody wants a part of that. So we're gonna do it like that. I think we're gonna have it like a draft. How do you feel about that actually? Like having a draft? I wish fucking A Dot and
I've never been one for like doing drafts. Like I'm not a fan of drafts, but like I guess that comes from
because there's too many of us. It makes sense.
Well, there's that, but like think of it this way. Like think of it like how it was when we was kids. Like when it came to like WWF, like before they draft, they had like tons of stars, tons of fucking people that could main event, tons of people that can do mid card, co-mains, all that shit. And then they did their draft between SmackDown and Raw, and they split like all of their main event potential.
Yeah, nah, I didn't like that when they did that. I still don't like that, to be honest with you.
Like I'm not a fan of doing like I don't like. Do I like drafts in the sense of like okay, like I know what day I have to like I need to physically be watching. Yes, but do I like them in the fact of like I don't have enough? I don't feel like I have enough people to like make storylines out of. Also, yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but the thing of this draft is not about like storyline. It's about to compete for the global title. So like each brand, each showrunner is gonna book their own separate ways to like tournament their way, their style, however they want to do it, and
Right.
it's gonna lead up into the final, I guess, the final six, and then we're gonna decide it from there. And you know what I mean? Like it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope.
Right. Now that kind of draft for that being what that is, like I don't mind that.
Yeah, that's basically what the draft is. Shit.
Like if it's for like the like cross branded title like y'all been talking about, then that's one thing. But like if it's like okay, like you're gonna be on, Monday night, and then like DVD's gonna be on like Thursday night. Like nah, fuck all that.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, that I agree with you 100%. Like I don't like that. I never liked that in WWF and WWE either. Like you know what I'm saying? Like. But yeah, let's go. Hold up, I said this shit to the wrong chat. Um, yeah, no, that makes sense. So, describe your dream match. Oh, as a matter of fact, before you even answer that, like you answered your legends, past or present, whatever, and step in the ring, which
Yeah,
was Sting and Stone Cold. Who was
Stone Cold.
your E-Fed guys? Yeah, who's your
So-
E-Fed guys? Like,
Oh, my E-Fed guys.
yeah,
Probably
maybe
if I
step
had
in the ring with.
if I wanted to if I had to pick one to step in the ring with, it probably would be. I would probably say A Dot or this fucking pains. This really pains me. But either A Dot or like Leo.
Michael Russell. Shout out to Michael Russell. I hear that.
Never Michael Russell. Fuck him.
How do you feel about that, Oos? By what you said?
I mean, hey, it is what it is. I mean,
Because I would have thought he would mention you for the fact that you're like your gimmicks is similar to kind of like his. You know what I'm saying? So like, or like Garmer or somebody like that kind of thing. Because you guys are all like dark kind of things. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so like, why do I don't want to fight Garmer no more?
oh, you already beat him up? You packed him up before?
Nah, like me and Garmer beats me almost every time.
That's real.
Like I might not like Garmer, but he beats me. So like I can't say a whole lot.
The wannabe devil, huh?
Yo,
Wannabe devil, crazy. So like, obviously we have our highs and we have our lows. Sometimes you can go on a 7-win streak. Sometimes you can go on a 0-7 losing streak. What keeps you motivated when times get like that? Like if you on a losing streak, what keeps you motivated to like be like, nah, I ain't quitting this shit because I ain't no bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't no cornball. Like most of these niggas would take losses. You know what I'm saying? Like what keeps you motivated to like keep doing it?
Mainly it's just that. Like I've seen so many people like come in to E-Feds, fight a match, maybe two, say win one, lose one, or win both of them, then go on to fight like somebody else, lose, and fucking throw a tantrum like my fucking 7-year-old. Like I'm like, bro, like that's where I learned real quick. Like, bro, like this is a fantasy. Like you can't get super all bent out of shape over a fucking fantasy. If you don't know how to pick moves, that's your own fault.
Yep, exactly.
That's real. That's real. That's how I stay motivated too. Like I said earlier, like if I lose, like I'm gonna like if it's part of a story and shit, like just to make it more fun and more like entertaining, I'll come up with like a bullshit excuse to be like, oh, but you know, I was concussed before I went out there. The doctor said I couldn't fight, but I still fought you anyway. That's why I lost. You know what I'm saying? Like it makes it like entertaining for the story. So therefore, we're gonna have to run that back again later on, maybe when it's time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I ain't know like when it comes to Z-Fed shit, man. Like it's a rare that we get people like you, like Demon X, and like you know, like me, because a lot of people don't like they can't take the heat. Like I don't know, and I'm not even going that hard. I'm just talking shit about your character. I'm not talking shit about you. You know what I'm saying? So like, why you
Like
feel
that's what I'm
offended?
saying.
Like,
That's why I said. That's why I said that e-feds make your skin tough, and if not, it shows you how big of a soft ass you actually are.
facts. That's big facts. That's what Demon X always says. Like, yo, this ain't for you, bro. If you ain't got tough skin to handle that, this ain't for you, brother. Get out of here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's real talk, man. It's
Right,
real talk.
X?
Real
I've
talk.
watched ros- I've watched rosters go from hundreds to fucking 6 or 60 because of people because a bunch of people get into this e-feds thinking, oh man, this e-fed shit's cool, and it is cool if you're the type of motherfucker that can actually be in it. But then like people that don't know if they can handle it or don't want to see if they can handle it, they just fucking they come in, then they get bent all out of shape when someone like me or someone like a Coney or Jackson or Todd, mainly Todd, gets in the chat and gets on their ass.
Fuck Todd. Yeah, fuck Todd.
I mean, facts.
Pigeon man.
Fuck you, man. But that's not the point we're making here.
Nah, nah,
Fuck you
nah.
too.
I know what you mean. I know what you're saying because like there was an incident where back a couple weeks ago where he was talking shit to somebody, and they just like pretty much blew the fucking shit out of proportion. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
That just goes to show you that you know what I'm saying. Like some people just like you said they don't know this shit is fake from real. You know what I'm saying? Some people live in their character 24/7, all
Right.
365 days of you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
at some point you have to be like, you know what? I know.
Facts though. At some
You know
point, you
what
gotta
I'm
be
saying?
like, yo, you know what? I know it's a game, and I get it.
Yeah, you know.
Let me get back at you with something of my own. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
you
some.
know.
See, like ULW, like a year, 2 years ago, or not even no, about 2 maybe 3 years ago now. ULW used to be the only E-Fed that I knew of that did live recaps. So like they would do the show, and then like Jackson or Coney or Tessio, whoever was running the show at the time, would uh would go to Facebook after the stream and run a live on the page, and then like Jackson would get up there or I would get up there, and then we would discuss the match card, and then
Yeah.
like they would allow us to come up and like cut promo. So like Todd would get up there and he'd be like say part of the panel for the night, and somebody be in the chat running them out, and Todd would it would start being all right, and then eventually like before the end of the stream, like it would get to the point where Todd was like running his mouth so hard. We were like, bro, shut the fuck up, or we're gonna kick you from the street from the live. And then I don't know how many times Todd's been kicked from a live stream.
Shout out to Todd, man. Todd is a good dude. He
Shout out
just,
to
you
Todd,
know,
but cool you fucking Jets there, Deadshot.
it's facts, man. It's facts.
Like, don't get
So,
me wrong, some of those guys he went off on deserved it, but then there were some of them that I was like, nah, no.
yeah, like not that person. Leave that person alone. I get it. I get it. So, Oos, you want to rebound off that before I ask the final?
No, go ahead, man.
All right. So, can you well, I have two more questions actually, but this is one of the last two. Can you describe your signature move and your finisher and how you come up with it? Like, how did that come to be?
Signature move. It really depends
What's
on
it
what.
called?
Like I don't really don't have a name for my signature move yet. I've been working on one, but I haven't like come up with one yet. But like, and depending on the finisher, okay, because like I'm leaning towards more of a like a Seth Rollins stomp finish than anything right now. And that one's just called. I just call that the hate crime.
The hate crime. Yeah, I heard it
Yeah,
here first.
it just
Okay.
and it that's that stems from from a different video game where I just like where I shoot people in the face constantly.
I like it.
So
But
somebody was
like,
like, "Hey, you should use that as your fucking as the name of your finish," and I was like, "Okay," and then I ran it. I ran with it, but it didn't really go with like the finish I was using at the time. That's why I was like leaning towards changing it.
understood.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, you want to rebound off that, Oos?
No, I hate. Well, I mean, at least he ain't going around like psycho. You know what I'm saying? And
It's original. Yeah, it's original. He
you
ain't using the
know,
demon hand. He ain't taking
yeah,
nobody's shit. That's
calling it the psycho hand. Come on, a psycho sword. Come on, now, bro. The fuck are
like
you doing
how do
here?
you how do you feel about like when you hear like people when they run their shows and they use the name they use for your finisher as like, oh shit, use the name, like, you know, when they be like, oh, he hit him with a Don dropper and you're not even fighting. Like, I'm not fighting, but like, you know, like the showrunners are like when they see the move and you know they know me, so
Right.
they basically be like, oh shit, he hit him with a Don dropper. So how would that like
Yeah.
make you feel if they'd be like, oh shit, with a hate crime? You know what I mean? Like
I mean,
shit like
I
that.
mean, it would be cool. I think it would be cool, but like, I've never had that happen so far.
So far, right? You'll get there. That's what I'm saying. Like,
No,
cause
you're gonna
like,
get there. Yeah,
yeah, you'll
you're gonna
get there.
get
Cause
there.
every time you see that move that Demon X is talking about, we always call it the Demon Hand. Cause that's what we know it as. Like, I don't know
Is
that. I don't
it
even know the real name of that
that
move. You know what I'm saying?
double
Like,
handed like Celtic sword?
yeah, that,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that shit.
Okay,
So like he calls it the Demon Hand, but I never seen that move ever. He had that move since like 22. So I'm like that's originally his move. I had my finishing move since 22 too, and my finishing move isn't like your typical finishing move, like a Stone Cold Stunner or RKO or something that you
right.
know, like, you know what I mean, like something that
Yeah,
that
this
you
is almost
always see.
forgotten at this point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I pick my finishing move on purpose to be the dominator because one, I always thought that move is like a realistic move. You get what I'm saying? Like it's like
Yeah,
when Farouk used to always do it, I was like, yo, this motherfucker is crazy. Like he's literally
that
slamming the shit out you, you know? And then his spine busters was insane too. It was like, yo, this
play
nigga is a beast. You know what I mean?
talk
So
talk
I was
about
like,
breaking.
nobody, you know what I mean? Like when that's my finisher, nobody would have never thought that because you would think that, you know, we'll go with something that everybody knows, like a razor's edge or something that you see all the time on TV in actual wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna see that. You know what I mean? You see that it probably has a signature. Even my signatures and my other finishing, like it's a submission. It's the $1 million dream, but I called it a sativa dreamer because you know
Right,
I'm a pothead. So you know what I mean? So it's like and it clicks. You know what I mean? And it's like, yo, that's crazy. And then I have the other chokehold, the cross jacket. I call that a dope fiend because that's something that a street fighter will use on you. Like if you're fighting somebody in
right,
the street that owes you money, like you put them in a dope fiend choke. You know what I mean? That's a dope fiend choke. So I call that the
right,
dope fiend. You know what I mean? And these names click wherever I go because whenever you see that move, even if I'm not fighting and somebody else uses it, like they're like, oh shit, look, he hit him with the sativa dreamer. Oh, he hit him with a dime dropper. You know what I mean? And it makes me feel like, yo, that's fire. Like I made that
right,
move, like the actual name more than the actual move person who actually did it. You know what I mean? Like it's the dominator, but you know it as a dime dropper. That's fire to me. You know what I mean?
right.
You don't agree, Us?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I love this shit, man. I feel like, yo, like to be honest with you, I was on the verge in real life. Like if it wasn't for this E-Fed shit, I was on the verge in real life, bro. Demon X could tell you because he's here. A Dot was here. He could have told you. But bro, I could have lost everything. Bro, I could have lost my girl. Could have lost my house, like my own house, like I own. You know what I mean? Could have lost.
Right.
I lost my two jobs. I had two jobs at the time because I was grinding, and bro, I was actually thinking because I was always drunk and drunk and drunk every day until COVID hit, and then when COVID hit, like I had to stop cold turkey. You know, and I was like, holy shit, how a full blown alcoholic can stop cold turkey because of fucking pandemic. You know what I'm saying? I was still trying to sneak into liquor stores, but I was unemployed because I was like, fuck this. You know, I was collecting unemployment and I lost my mind, bro. And this E-Fed shit, if it wasn't for this, like at that time, it was roughly like around 2K, like at 21, like around 2020, 2021. Like I was losing my mind. And this shit came out in 22. A Dot hit me. He was like, yo, my daughter likes wrestling now. And I was like, yo, I haven't watched wrestling since 2006. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he was like, bro, I haven't watched wrestling either, but you know, my daughter watches it, so I like it. I'm doing this little thing. I'm gonna do a show where if you have the game, you can create your character, and like I'll put them to fight against people, whoever you want. And I was like, oh, okay. That's how the E-Fish just started to me. And I was like, all right. And I didn't have the game. He was like, yo, I'll get you the game because he works in GameStop. He was like, yeah, I'll get you the
Right.
game. He gave me 2K22, and that shit took my mind off of shit because I wasn't playing video games. I wasn't playing nothing. Like I used to play 2K and Madden with this nigga every year, every day, faithfully. But I was fucked up, bro, like mentally, man. And this shit
Right.
saved my life. And I met all of you guys, you know, like I met people like Demon X. I met other people like you, and you know, people like you guys. And I was like, yo, it's just mad fun. Like I'm actually living the wrestling life, like as a real wrestler, and with these guys, and they actually real wrestlers too. And you know, like we're going back and forth, and we're fucking winning titles, and it's all fun and games, bro. I went so hard that I could do fucking videos, I could do magazines, like little pictures and shit. I know how to do all that Photoshop shit. I'm nice with all that. I'm a
Right.
real in real life. I know how to make beats. Like I used to like. I made like 3 mixtapes in my entire life. It's just like it never dropped. Like I didn't get no deal or nothing like that. It was a hobby, but I was actually pretty good at it. You know what I mean? So it's like little things like that I gave up on because of my addiction. And the thing that was like at home when I was fighting these addictions, like I didn't have help. I didn't have like the backbone of somebody who's supposed to like hold you down. Like they wasn't holding me down. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, what I'm gonna do? They lucky that I'm not suicidal and I wasn't like mentally ill like that. But I was mentally ill, but I wasn't mentally ill where I wanted to kill myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I always feel like if you like, I understand people deal with mental health issues and all this other shit, and you're depressed and all that. But if you take the easy way out by killing yourself, I don't care who you are, that's a coward way out. Yeah, like that's not like you're not doing nothing positive by doing that. You're actually making shit worse because it's the coward way because you're being selfish. You're leaving people who actually care about you behind, and then they're gonna live with that for the rest of their lives, thinking like he did that or that person did that because of me. You know what I mean? And like that could be your mom, that could be your dad, that could be your like your wife, your son, daughter, anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying. But
Right.
this E-Fed shit saved my life. So I'm actually grateful that I'm like doing this shit, this podcast and shit, like E-Fed and thing. This is still we're still in the same world, you know what I mean? But I'm having fun and I'm distracted doing this instead of doing what I was doing that could have led me to something worse. You know what I mean? So shout out to y'all. Y'all deserve
Yeah.
like a shout out for that. All of you guys. Like every single person that I interacted with in this shit, you know?
In 2024, I lost my mom's and shit, and so like, had it not been for this E-Fed stuff and my kids, like, I probably would have lost my mom.
Have a good night. I see you, John Wigginton. My condolences, man. I'm sorry to hear that.
And
It's rough when you lose your mom, brother. You know, it's crazy because last year in 25, that's what I was saying earlier. I didn't want to really like say, but Demon X knows and shit. Everybody knows. Like these were the guys that like literally texts me every single day. Like last year in 2025, around uh January, like late January, I lost like one of my close homies. Like this is my man's like this is my boy. You know what I'm saying? Like in real life, outside of everything. Like I know this nigga. Like, we broke night together, like everything. Anyway, I lost him. And then like a month later, I find out my mom has stage 4 bone cancer
Ooh,
and she has like weak kidneys. And I'm like, what? Like it's crazy. Like she was just like standing up and dancing, whatever. And
right.
that, and it's then like my brother, like he's here with them and he has to deal with this shit and he loses his son, like his
Ooh,
own son. Like, you know what I
ooh,
mean?
wee.
Over like some overdose shit. It's crazy. So he's dealing with that, and then he finds out his mother is dealing with stage 4 cancer. Our dad has dementia. He knows he's alive because he's well and healthy alive, but he's not with us because he doesn't even know who he is. You know what I mean? So I was dealing with all that shit in 25. And then the day before my birthday, my brother passes away in like the summer in June. That shit fucked me up because that shit was so random. He just caught a cardiac arrest, random. I was like, what? So I lost it. Like I didn't even know what to do. And then my mom's cancer. She doesn't even know what's going on because she's like, yo, where's Frankie? Whatever. I'm like, he's in Puerto Rico, or we have to lie to her. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
then she passes away the day before my birthday, the day before my
Ooh,
big 40. You
ooh,
know what I'm
wee.
saying? Like, how can you like stay focused with shit like that? And I think about that to this very moment, and that was last year. To this very moment, I still deal with that shit, bro. Like I speak to myself every day when I smoke a joint or I smoke a blunt. I speak to myself like I'm speaking to my brother, like if I'm smoking with him. You know what I mean? Like, and that's crazy because if anybody sees me walking the street by myself, or like if you across the street or whatever, you see me doing that, you'd be like, yo, something's wrong with this nigga. Like something's wrong with this man. But I don't know what I'm dealing with inside. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's why I took a little break. I was on and off last year. That's why I wasn't really like impactful in 25 because I wasn't like whatever I gave you. I just gave you an update with my clothes, like a update attire. I changed the moves here and there with the updates and shit, and that's it. Like I wasn't really caring like if you put me for a title or what storyline I'm involved in because I wasn't doing none of that. I wasn't promoting. I wasn't nowhere, bro. X anybody, bro. This shit was crazy. So this shit saved my life, bro. So if it wasn't for the niggas like like it's just crazy. But moving on from the sad part, and like again, my condolences for your mom, man. Like I know the feeling. You know what I mean? Where do you see yourself in like 2K up to like 2K30? 2K30. Are you still gonna be doing this in 2K30? And what's your ultimate goal until you get to 2K30?
Plan. I mean, as of right now, yeah, I would plan on being part of an EFED, the EFEDs in 2K30. Uh, but my plan by then would be multiple time world champ plus possible Grand Slam champ.
We're both Grand Slam champs in the studio right now. Demon X, Grand Slam. Me, Grand Slam. Grand Slam, I think after Grand Slam, you don't have to worry about like competing for titles and shit. Now you can like play storyline. Like you can go hard and shit. Like Demon X is like the ultimate television champion. Like he legit once like 2K, I think it was 23, right? What was it?
Mm-hmm.
23 was? In
Yeah.
23, this motherfucker every week defended the title when A Dot ran a show. Every week, bro, for 10 weeks straight, this nigga defended the title and didn't lose it until his 11th defense. So this nigga
Damn.
went 10 times defending the title and won. That's how you know that 2K be on some 2K shit. So he won that. Then he lost it on his 11th defense. Then like a year later or 2 years later, he goes and he wins his shit back. And now he's like on 3 or 4 defenses without losing it.
Fine.
So in total, he's like on 5. In total, he's on 15. So it's like at this point, he doesn't really need to like compete for that belt anymore. You get what I'm saying? Like it's just like
Right.
it's like a charity for that belt. But if you can beat him, you're good because he owns that division. That's what I'm trying to say. So
Right.
I can see myself in 2K30. 2K30. I'm still gonna keep doing it.
Like if I was doing it in 30, I would hope that if I wasn't a champion or if I was a champion, I would hope to be able to either obtain or keep my title almost almost in the sense of like a Goldberg or a Roman Reigns
Right.
type
Yeah.
work.
Yeah. Exactly. That was actually what I told A Dot. That was my goal for this year. Like I was like, yo, I want to do not the Goldberg and shit like that, but I wanted to do like similar to what John Cena did, like be a multiple time champion. So like every time I get a shot at the world title and I win it, just add it. Even if I lose it like the next day or that same night, you still got to count it that I won it. You know, I'm already a
Right.
two-time world champion GW, right? So I'm a two-time world champ also in ASW. So if I keep winning it 3 times, 4 times, you get what I'm saying? Even if I lose it the next show, I don't care because that's the goal of it. The goal is to get it again because I wanted to do the never seen 17. You know what I mean? Something similar to that, but like in the
Right.
eFed world. But he was like, nah, you're bigger than that already. You already won it, and you're Grand Slam. I literally won every belt in the roster, so I'm Grand Slam. So like at this point now, it's so focused on stories. But in TXT and ASW and Demons Funhouse, I'll keep going for titles until I become Grand Slam over there too, and ULW and shit like that.
Right.
Facts. So Oos,
Yo,
you got a question for the Inkslinger here, the evil clown?
no, not really. I mean,
Not
let me
really.
see. Let me see. I mean, I really don't know much about Eastlinger. All I know is that
I
he's
know you
a
missed you missed you missed the whole fucking show.
I just barely woke up, bro. I told you I went to work
I
at
know,
fucking
I
4 o'clock
know,
this
I know.
morning.
Now
Like, fuck it.
real life first, brother. I get it. Real life first,
Man, I
brother.
was, and then I woke up. I'm like, what time? I woke up. I'm like, what time is it? I looked at the clock. I'm like, fuck. So I'm out of here right now, bro. So
Oh,
don't pay me
the
no
villain
mind.
got a question. The villain got a question. Here it is. What's the question?
God, what do you want, Pigeon Boy?
The
The pigeon got a question.
pigeon got a question.
Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow. I will be interviewing Eddie Walker. He's another dark man.
Are you kidding me, bro?
Shout out to SPW, shout out to TXT, shout out to ASW. He's over there with them.
Come
Shout out
on,
to
Todd. What?
IWA. He said the question was, why can't he never beat me? Why can't you never
Wow.
beat him?
That I couldn't tell you, other than the fact that he likes submissions. But
Hey, it's a funny
um,
thing too.
that all changes at the next pay per view, Todd.
He said that shit's gonna change in the next pay-per-view, Boise. Shout out to Todd the Villain Wilson. I had an interview with him too. We're gonna do another one too. I want to bring in Jackson. I want to bring in a Coney. I want to bring in all them blood out of niggas. I fuck with them niggas heavy, like out of character shit too. You know what I'm saying? Like they cool people. You know what I mean?
Like, out
In
of character,
character,
I fuck
them
with.
niggas are all bums. Yeah, out of character, I fuck with all of them. But in character, forget about it. Bums. Fucking Terry Funk, Mick Foley type wrestlers. You know what I'm saying? Hulk Hogan chair shots type wrestlers. That's what them niggas are.
Yes, sir.
But anyway, you got a question for me? You got anything you want to ask our host? Or anything you want to say before?
I have no questions. I'm just dreading on out of character for us. I'm just dreading on going back in this crib.
I hear that. Well, I would like to say publicly here live, I appreciate you for stopping by. We're gonna do another one. I had you on the Smoking Dimes radio where we talk random shit where there's no questions and none of that shit. We just talk freely and we had no chill. We could be
You
ourselves and
know,
all that shit. But
I will say this. I will say this. Um, Depending on how real life shit goes, um,
definitely give
maybe
your
we,
mic up.
maybe we could get an interview, like a roundtable interview with you and the villain and Ink
I would love to have that. We could do
before the
that.
before the pay per view and stuff for sure.
I would love to do that. Me and the villain, we're 1-1 on our rivalries as singles competition. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him too. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the villain. Like, even though like in character, he's the biggest piece of shit there is. You know what I'm saying? But like out of character, like he a good dude. Like he funny. Like the nigga real. You know what I'm saying? Like solid. You know what I'm saying? Got a beautiful daughter. God bless. You know what I mean? And like I would like to continue, like, you know what I'm saying, like what we got going on. Same thing with the whole ULW crew. You know what I mean? Shout out to all you guys out there that fuck with these guys that, you know, are not in global productions, but I still fuck with y'all anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I already know what type of person I am and what type of energy I'm on. The INKSLINGER. You're dope. You got a dope fucking look. You got a dope fucking persona. You got a dope thing going for you. You know what I'm saying? And I want to see more. We all want to see more. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
You got the look.
there.
You got the look to be the big name. Just got to get it done. Once you get it done, trust me, the rest is all history. You know what I mean?
Believe me, there's more to be seen.
That's facts. Hell yeah.
I'm gonna
I hear
head
that.
on out. I gotta catch
Nah,
this flight.
definitely. Nah, definitely, brother. So this was another episode of that This and That podcast where we speak about it, so y'all don't have to whisper about it. We're in the building tonight with the legendary INKSLINGER, my co-host Demon the King X. Shout out to A. Jizzle. Shout out to the Mad King. Shout out to Damian Briggs. Who else was in here? And that's it. Also, make sure y'all tune in tomorrow night. We might have Eddie Walker in the studio talking about his legacy and what's going on with him. Probably had similar questions. But we out this bitch, you heard? Appreciate all y'all for stopping by. Peace.